Hello everyone, welcome to the 22nd episode of The Weave. My name is Lucas, I'll be your Dungeon Master. We ended a bit of a cliffhanger last session, and today, as you can see, we have no Jord, no Niall. He's in Japan.
That's what he says.
That's what he says. He just says he's eating some Kobe beef. So
I think he's just at home in his house, pretending
he's probably at home. Anyway, so last session you weren't here, Genhorn, but you were masterfully played by Shane and myself sometimes. And yeah, today you, Elliot, are going to be playing Niall with him?
Yeah, for the most.
Okay. Make sure you get the slightly posh Welsh accent right, according to time. So anyway, recap. Yeah, we ended a bit of a cliffhanger. The party storming the Castellanta mansion. So initially, you find yourselves underground in the crypts of the Castellanta's villa. And as you investigated, you found a passage leading into an underground river and another set of passages leading into the old crypts, the family crypts. You managed to ambush a group of cultists and a bearded devil and killing them quickly, and finding there a secret room with several outfits meant for rituals, full outfits with masks. Eventually, you moved back onto the old crypt, where you were confronted by the ghost of Caladon Castellanta. After ingratiating yourselves with the spirit by remembering your religious teachings, or guessing mostly, Niall and Arion were declared the champions of Caladon, destined to destroy the evil that had corrupted the crypts. Arion used Caladon's mace to destroy the statue of Asmodeus with invaluable help from Niall, as we all remember. And after some deliberation, the party eventually decided to flee, as they were not ready to take on the Castellantas themselves. Through the underground river, where you were ambushed by creatures called cave fishers. The battle was a bit harrowing particularly for Genhorn, that was caught in the jaws of the cave fishers for a while. But you eventually made your way out into the mudflats of Waterdeep on the west side of the city. From there, you made all the way back to the manor, and you needed to decide what to do about it. You decided to pay Frone a visit, because he had been using the city riots as an excuse to send shit your way. You scared the bejesus out of him, and apparently you came to an agreement. Look, you stay where you are, we stay where we are, and nothing will come to you. No harm will come to you. That was mostly your threat. But you decided to plan an attack on the Castellanta villa. At night, by the way, Arion saw someone spying on them, and Silas received a quick visit from a mysterious figure. And as you were getting ready, you recruited Ziraj the Hunter and made your way to the Castellanta villa. Once there, you saw some city guards, meaning the army, not the city watch, around the perimeter of the villa, and you quickly dispatched two of them in a new development for your characters, killing soldiers.
Just to clarify though, out of the group, Genhorn would never have seen those kind of characters, wouldn't know, because they're not around the city, would he? So.
Oh no, yeah, you would have seen them. Yeah, it's a normal feature in the battlements of the city walls.
Your hands are stained.
I had my eyes closed the whole time. My eyes is
But the whole party then climbed the walls after hiding the bodies and made their way to the top floor. Niall and Arion
hiding the bodies.
Yes, hiding the bodies.
They were probably guilty of war crimes or something.
Niall and Arion heard faint snoring coming from the master bedroom, and finally, with the help of Ziraj, the party managed to open the door to the master bedroom. There was a lot of lockpicking involved there, failed lockpicking. Inside, you see a man, Vittorio Castellanta, sleeping soundly with a book half open lying atop his chest. Niall casts silence, and the party gets ready to move inside the bedroom. And that's where we left off.
What's George saying in the chat?
He's watching, he's gonna
Don't
watch until he
fuck
falls asleep.
this up, damn it. I'm here, you tit. No, nice.
Niall, you're watching from Japan.
Someone says they hope no living dies. It was me.
Wow.
Is that
Okay.
like probably Jess's sister, brother, sister? Yeah, Jess's sister. Yeah.
Oh.
We'll say that now because it'll upset him.
Anyway, you are right outside the radius of silence, as we had just established. The doors to the master bedroom open. It is dark. There is only the faint outline of light coming from the door further on the opposite wall that you know leads to Amalia's study. And you are now just outside the area of silence. You know because even hear your shallow breathing, you go a bit inside and no sound. Sound.
We are professionals.
Yeah. What will happen to a bat inside an area of silence anyway?
I have very good eyesight. So
They do have good eyesight, it's a myth that they don't. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, do ducks quacking
Wow,
echoes in
this
silence? Okay, let's start. You see what happens now? You're not here. We just talk about something else.
right now, I've cast the silence. So I'm a little concerned that the black staff might not think this is the best idea for me. So I'm just going to put this on.
And he's going to put his shield on so he does actually have his...
Okay,
21
put the
AC.
shield on, yeah.
And I'll cover the door. That way, if it goes wrong, I can help out and maybe they'll think I'm a hero and I'll get that promotion. But as it is, I think it's best that I don't club a noble in their sleep because it seemed like that might get me back on probation.
And a major crime. The code legal. One of the ones that is, I think, killing nobles is capital punishment.
This is why having allies such as Silas and myself, it's good for you now, Within.
Silas is just sharpening his knife.
So yeah, if there might be a bit of a legal issue, and he just told the black staff before we came that we were basically going to come here, should we make it look more like an animal attack than actually people stabbing him?
I think when the news comes out that they were...
There was a bear inside the room.
How did it get past the guards?
I
It quietly took out 2 guards, didn't it?
Bears with crossbows.
those ninja bears and crossbows, yeah. Like,
drop
you know.
bear. It's a drop bear.
It's a drama.
If the news comes out that they're
Famous chimney bears of Waterdeep.
devil worshippers, I don't think anyone's going to care. They got their
Well-
demon son tied up in the attic.
Alright.
This is not a time to start second guessing ourselves. We should
Okay.
probably,
If I can now, I've seen some in the wild, it's pretty terrible, pretty terrifying. There's these now, I'm going to say this, snakes. The special type of constriction snake. Now if I turn into that, I can kind of hold him down, and then I guess you can just like stab him.
well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to move towards the door. I'm not gonna be close here.
A giant constrictor snake.
It's not a giant constriction.
Oh, you're the normal one, because the giant will pretty much occupy the whole the whole room.
It's still a large beast though, but it's like...
Yeah, no, but large is fine. It's kind of like horse sized. So it's,
Yeah, it's also like longer than the end.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the plan, I'll go next to the door. If Amalia comes out, I'll be ready for her.
Well, I was thinking about that.
What way does the door to the study open? Inwards or outwards? Into the room or out from the room?
Out from the room. Well, no, it would be into the room.
So she would have to push the
Yeah.
door.
It looks like the door opens inwards, so maybe we could block it whilst we take care of Victoria, just to buy us a little bit of time.
No one's really gonna, hear what's going on. So
Well, we don't know what he's going to do when he wakes up. He might immediately run and bash on that door.
Not if he's constricted by a snake.
If she's a wizard, though, who knows what she could stand through that door.
It just buys us a tiny bit of time is all I'm thinking. Might be 5 seconds, might be Might be 10, but that's enough to get an extra stab in, isn't it?
Stop it.
God, what does my character sound like again? Silent this whole time.
I'm an elf!
Yeah, you had your face like.
disagree, guys.
What?
So Niall, you don't want to attack him or anything, but you have that like floaty weapon sometimes.
I'm happy to. I can't do Welsh. I'm happy to help if it looks like you're in danger, because then they might think I'm a hero. But I don't want to initiate the fight. Is all.
Right. Okay.
I think self-defense is fine. So I'll stand in here, maybe with my eyes closed. Also, it means that the silence will hold up longer if I'm not being attacked by a wizard noble.
What do you think, Erin?
Fine. You stay safe. We'll take care of this.
Not safe. Protecting all of you.
You keep us safe.
Yes.
Okay. Well, if this snake plan is the plan, I'll hold the door. I'll be Hodor for the day.
Well, we know they're immune to poison, so I guess I'll go in and stab him best I can, and then we can jump him as a snake, or I suppose if you can get a solid punch in.
Yeah. So we'll try and get him at the same time.
We circle the bend.
Well, yeah.
I'll
Best
grab
we
my
can.
mace at the last moment.
Hmm?
I'll grab my mace at the last moment.
Yeah, because
I don't want to light up the room.
Oh yeah, no, that's smart. That's true.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Is there next to the door? Is there like some kind of wardrobe or a small like chest of drawers or anything that could be pushed towards the door? I mean, we have to kill her as well, so I'm not sure if
Be 2 hearts.
So
Yeah.
that's
she might even have the stone anyway.
so that's actually a sitting room where you are, or do you mean like the bedroom?
In the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
If we just look inside.
Hey, I don't know if you know what it looks like the bedroom. In my head, it's just a bed and it's empty.
So well,
It's a mattress on the floor with a noble. Laying in.
wait, is it? Sorry, one second. There's something
Yeah,
I didn't
like-
say
like,
about the bedroom, but
Sky was when people like sleeping.
There's a golem.
no, it's a decoration, but it's interesting. So the walls of the bedroom are adorned with 9 friezes, each one depicting a layer of the 9 hells.
Oh, then we'll
If you didn't know, we're evil. We're evil
Well,
people.
no, people can do that as
Friezes.
decoration.
I just remember as a kid I had like Thomas the Tank Engine freezes.
And a 4-poster bed draped in deep red curtains and tipped with gold spires stands before an ornate door carved in dark hardwood with a gold latch, which is the door you're in right now.
So describe it again, sorry?
So the ornate door carved from dark hardwood with a gold latch is the door leading to Amalia's study.
Is that a door you could put a lock on?
It has a latch. Yes, you can potentially put a lock on.
It's not gonna have like a
It's not gonna
shed
have- no,
thing
you
where you
can-
can put a padlock on it, right?
No, not like a shed.
Okay, so if it's got a latch and we got the silence on, I'll just put the latch on.
Is the latch on the inside or the outside? It would be weird to have the latch on the outside of the door in front of the study.
Otherwise, how could we see it?
You make an intelligence and with lock picking. So intelligence plus proficiency.
And I rolled a natural 1. I can't see through the
Well,
silence.
yeah, to the silence. It's kind of like dim light, but no, it's just to see if in your like extensive career, in particular your family you're from, you had seen this particular type of latch or system, but no, it's like this must be a new brand.
Well, I guess just.
And I say you can make an intelligence check, but not proficiency because you're not a lock picker.
I am proficient, by the way, in lockpicking.
You are proficient in lock picking.
Mm.
Okay, but you make it with disadvantage because it's a noble house.
10.
10?
Come on, come on, come on! So that would be proficiency plus
So it's plus 2.
dex.
Plus intelligence.
Oh, plus intelligence. Oh, minus 1. So 9.
9. Yeah. No, neither of none of you know or have seen this type of latch, how it works.
Right now,
off the roof.
do I know what type of wood the door is?
Dark hardwood.
It's dark hardwood.
I know, the DM just described it.
Well,
It is very ornate.
should I,
It's very ornate.
should I put the latch on and just stay there? And if she comes
Well,
out,
you- we need you to stab him.
I'm not gonna. If you're turning to a snake, I'm not going anywhere near you
Well, how else are we going to hold him down?
There's a
with
snake.
swords and things.
He can throw his sword now as well. For some
Use the
weird
moth
reason.
thing you had.
I can send the moth this way.
Because moths are dangerous.
Yeah.
Should we just, for all the plans in the world, it's going to go to shit as soon as
Alright,
we wake him up.
I'm a
isn't it?
snake. I'm doing this. Right. You ready?
Well, let's
No,
let us go
I'm gonna
first.
Stab him first.
I'm gonna go stand the other side of the.
I'm
go
going
one
to-
side of the bed, I go the other
You
side.
go.
I'm going to walk towards the door. Actually, and I'm going to try to hear for. Actually, it's silence. Can you hear outside the silence? The sounds coming out of the silence.
No, it,
No, the area of silence block sound coming in as well.
She's super quiet.
I mean, physics, D&D physics.
Yeah, okay, the physics. Alright, cool. Alright, so I'm just.
Okay, so you're gonna stand next to the door.
Yeah, I'm not
Do
gonna.
you
put
play with the latch
No,
or-
I'm not gonna play with the latch.
Okay. And you guys, so you
So
turn into
we're going to stand on either side of the bed.
yeah. You're gonna stand on your side of the
well,
bed.
we'd have to stand next to each other because it's a double bed, right? So you'll
Where
be.
is he laying on the bed? Is he
You-
laying?
He's
Is
laying
he left?
on the left side of the bed. So because the bed is towards the flat
This
wall
one?
on this side. Yeah, it's
So it's closer to the study.
it's closer to the study.
No, he's on the left side of the
Just
bed.
as
then.
a
He's
rem-
close to the
that's-
door, right?
Not if the
Just
head
as a
of the bed's
reminder,
here.
my sword
The
is
bed's this-
it's got lightning.
Yeah, that's the left. Looking at the left.
elements.
Oh, I just meant
I
like,
don't
if
know.
you're laying on the bed.
Yeah,
so
that's-
the
yeah,
other side,
yeah,
left
okay.
to the right.
bed?
Sort of
Yeah, I
It's
did it
on-
last
it's on
session,
this
but
wall.
I have forgotten.
Now I know where I'm gonna sit.
15 foot long.
Actually,
Yeah, 10 foot wide, I guess.
it's on that side.
Actually,
Okay.
I don't think I would be able to cast Eldritch Blast. I think it's probably verbal.
Almost certainly.
Yeah, that would be very powerful if it wasn't.
You can just like get your mouth just outside of the bubble. Like, put it out the window.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast! Eldritch Blast!
Amalia is just like, what's going on in there?
Eldritch Blast!
That's just a couple of moths.
I'm just having a nightmare, dear.
So you stand on the side of the bed, sorry, and you turn into a snake.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
how are you
so-
gonna do the constriction?
Wait,
So,
not,
like-
it's not yet.
no, I know, but what I mean is around the bed. Around the, are you
Ooh.
large enough to do it around the bed? I would say probably yes.
Okay.
So you can go like, yeah, below the bed and then all the way, and then just press down.
Yeah, and hold. So my head's there, so I can still bite him.
Okay, so your guy's gonna wait for his.
I mean-
No, I'm stabbing him first. Because he's
This-
going to wake up as soon as the weight of the snake comes
Alright,
out.
so-
Well, is it like
This is a-
initiative or?
No.
Okay.
This is
You
a
do
nightmare
one
scenario
thing.
for this guy.
I need everyone. This is dark, so
I've also got blind sight of 10 foot, by the way.
okay. So you go slithering there. You two guys standing next to this person. I need you to make a perception check with disadvantage.
This is where he is the doppelganger that I suggested. Or a dummy.
Yeah.
Or a bomb.
I was gonna say, check what books he's reading.
14?
14 and
6.
He might be reading a How to
Six.
Impersonate a Novel in Sleep.
so
Oh, 7, sorry.
7. So Arian, you notice you know how Victoria looks, and you notice that this is there is something off. Either he's changed a bit since the last time you saw, because you haven't seen him recently. You weren't there with the party when they saw him, but there's something off about the features. It's not. It's like, wait, is this Victoria?
I'm going to point to him on the bed just, and look at you.
I'll look at the guy.
Okay, so as you are concentrating on the thing, but as you examine it more closely, you realize it's someone that looks similar-ish, but yeah, you saw him recently, and definitely not him. The weight of the shape of the face is slightly different.
Stop giving the DM ideas.
I'm going to kind of sigh with my body. Like, you know, so
Jesus, that was nearly
out loud. And then sort of point to you and gesture to the door, and then point to you.
And you're pointing at the guy in the bed. I can't work it out.
I'm just gonna wave at you like.
Aaron,
Yeah,
you
no,
got
no,
this up.
it's
You're
fine,
pointing
it's
at
fine.
him.
You cannot speak, so
Yeah.
I'm just there with my tail pointing like.
Right, so the person's laying here.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. I couldn't.
So I point at me.
Yes.
So I'll put this is the body, and I'll point at you if I'm pointing at you, and then I'll point at you if I'm pointing at you. You're a snake.
I'm just there.
That's the door.
I'll start going back towards the door.
okay.
So what door? The other door, not the one I'm in.
No, I'm pointing towards the door we came from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
So because I'll point at the body.
all right. How many? I think silence is only a minute.
No, 10 minutes.
Oh, 10
10
minutes.
minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you do?
Probably like
I'm
5
gonna
minutes
do
by
this,
now.
I'm gonna walk around the other side of the bed so that if you fail to grapple him, he doesn't have a clear run to the door. So I'll
Okay,
See?
so you're gonna go.
Yeah, I'm going to try and like scoop the sheet essentially to constrain him in the sheet.
Okay,
And grapple him that way?
Okay, make a grapple attack with advantage.
Not sure.
With athletics, that's 19.
19. Okay, so you go, and as you pull, you realize it's not waking up, and the head kind of like sucks to one side, and you can feel the chest, the breathing, but it appears to be totally like out. It's not waking up from your grapple.
I'm just going to drop it back on the bed
Okay.
and then just like walk to the door.
Okay, I just walk back. I just walk to the door.
So you walk all the way back to the sitting room.
I'm gonna grab my bow and I'm gonna draw it and then back out the room.
Okay.
Just keep aim trained on that
Split
guy.
it backwards.
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's not him. Arian noticed it's not him. It's a decoy or something. And it's not even conscious either. Thought maybe we could ask it some questions, but it's not.
But what do we do with it?
Well, we can ignore it if it's not conscious then.
What if it wakes up?
Well, if it wakes up, I thought maybe it might be an alarm or something. What if they have like a life tethered to it and we kill it and it notifies them that something's happened?
Yeah,
So
good
what's the plan
idea.
now? We go through to the other room.
Well, that's our only option.
You said there was light coming from underneath
Yeah,
the door to
there's
the
an
study.
outline of flickering light, kind of like a fireplace or.
Does that mean that there's a thin gap under the door?
Yeah, it is very thin, but yeah.
I'm going to get my mirror out.
Okay.
I've got a hand mirror.
Whilst he's doing this, I'm gonna get my rope. I'm gonna tie this person to the bed because I don't trust him.
Okay, so you're gonna tie the person's hair. Make a survival check, and you go with your mirror.
Does it look like it would fit? I'll try it at the door we're in to see if it looks like it would fit roughly under the doors.
It will fit,
But I wouldn't be able
but
to
you won't be able to sit
Yeah.
because the angle is too flat. You need to see around the corner.
So do you think this is going to be locked then? Do you think that latch is going to be actually on? Sorry, I mean, I suppose we're talking about this from the sitting room.
Yeah.
While they kind of took it, can I just take a pass around the room just to see if there's any like paneling or anything that I can see? There's nothing-
Sure. Well, with one thing you notice with your blind sight, and because you are slithering underneath the bed, no one had checked, but because you are at that level, there is appears to be like a really big, like this big, lockbox that appears to be made of gold, like very nice lockbox.
I'll try and get Ares' attention. It's like, wobbling, like not making a sound, like all in my head, all in my
So
head.
I guess I'll be looking in there anyways and trying to tie this guy.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
as you tie him down. Yeah, sorry.
So,
I will say that you notice
I'll,
it.
Yeah, just kind of meet you guys. That
Try
was a 9, by the way.
And
I try and
okay.
pull it out with my tail.
I mean, yeah, you can grab it with your tail and just pull it out.
Yeah.
Okay, you got. Makes no noise as you drag
Drag it out to where everyone else is and throw it.
Okay.
Well,
This was
that's a fancy lockbox, but is it going to be trapped?
Could it be on either decoy?
A decoy lockbox?
Well, if they went to the trouble to get a decoy Victorio, I mean, might as well try it inside. I mean, just check if it's strapped. I mean, check it inside the silence in case there's some kind of.
What is it they're hiding in here?
Well, if they have the stone in there, that'll be almost too easy. But
It seems almost insulting.
yeah,
Too obvious.
yeah.
Why would you ever hide it in a... Why would you think that it would be in a gold large box under their bed? It's a small stone.
Well, then I have other stuff in there. I mean, check if you see if you can find any traps, and if you cannot find any traps, I'll help you out actually. You know, but if we cannot find any traps, we don't open it.
I'll have a look to see if there's any trap, like obvious, like little tripwires on any locks or anything.
Yeah, make a
I'm gonna help
yeah.
him out.
yeah, with advantages you.
Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. I'm off my game today.
Mm.
I rolled a 4 and a 5.
Is
What's
Niall-
it plus?
Is Niall's influence on
This
you?
will be investigation.
Yeah, no, 8.
8. No, there's nothing visible. It is a very ornate box as well, but you do. I'm gonna say that you do realize that the lock, the keyhole, as it were, it is super intricate, and you can imagine. Oh, this requires probably a key. You're not entirely sure if you're even going to be able to pick it, and it sits so flush, the lid,
You
that
can, like Jimmy it open.
yeah, you can't really remember. You realize the construction of this box is really, really good. It's like this was a master artisan that did this.
I don't even know if you need a trap the way this thing is built. I don't think even I could open this. So might be worth taking with us when we leave and seeing what's inside it, because you wouldn't.
Is it like this big?
It's like this big,
Okay, so it's
maybe-
it's manageable.
maybe 80 centimeters to a meter,
Difficult,
like
but
length,
manageable.
and
Let's
Oh.
leave it in here and then grab it when we need. I got an idea. It's not a good one.
you're getting. I don't know if you're getting advice on what to do with the box.
Yeah.
Still
just
tell
says
he's
good
too
luck.
sleepy. He'll watch it on the train tomorrow. Good luck. And then it was a beaten up Super Meat Boy. Bye, George.
Bye,
Hey,
George.
That was the last time we ever saw now.
What if we can find any house guard, anything, just isolated? Maybe we can try and extract some information from them. Beats walking into a trap.
Surely wouldn't know about this.
I don't know. They might have procedures for these kind of things. No, would noble families have like well-drilled house guard for these kind of situations? Like, we're gonna run this ploy
So okay, make
to know like where to defend if intruders come in.
make a charisma history check.
They wouldn't like, as I would know from working in the house.
Yeah, you too.
So can I give
You
an
actually
advantage, or-
you can make another one with advantage, Arion, because you
21.
know a lot about this.
21.
21.
charisma history, you say?
Yeah, yes. It's a weird combo, but it works for this.
So it's just 14.
14 and 21. Okay. So I'm gonna say that between the two of you, actually you realize two different things. You realize that there's something off about having army out there. You haven't seen army in noble, guarding noble houses. Even with the riots, it would make a bit more sense. But when you were here before, on the day of the riots, there were an army. There were like normal guards and city watch and house guards. And even though you saw some like walking the grounds, there's something off about it from your experience. And yes, nobles, particularly paranoid nobles, having decoys is not unheard of, but only it's not unheard of, and that's it. And you would realize, on top of it, that it normally a noble family would attempt something as something like this if they know something is up, if they know something is coming. Unless they're incredibly paranoid, you get the feeling that maybe what your actions in the basement, the destruction of the statue, maybe alerted them. It was many hours between you coming back, and you're starting to get the feeling of maybe they discovered the problem, the dead people, Caladon items gone, the statue destroyed, and they decided to prepare for, because you don't know what their thinking might be, but you are starting to think like, oh shit, I think they might have prepared for something.
So that means, sorry, just to answer the initial question, that means I probably would assume the house guard are all well drilled in knowing, like, if something's up, they'd have like a plan in place, kind of thing.
You can assume, yeah.
How long between Jor telling the Blackstaff, or now with the telling the Blackstaff and us getting here?
Well, you left this house, you went around the mud flats, then Joel went and told the Blackstaff, then you went back to the manor, you dealt with Froin.
No, he told them the day before. He told them.
Yeah, the day before,
the
yes,
first
the day.
time.
Yeah. So it's been like more than 24 hours since the Blackstaff learned about it.
Okay.
And since you destroyed the statue and left through the underground river to now, it's been like 10 to 12 hours.
Would Niall know, in terms of like the army, the city guard being there, would he know who might have like power to kind of get them, or if someone could be paid to do that or something from his kind of...
Make Niall make a history check. Intelligence, normal history check.
Natural 20.
Okay.
You can tell us.
Niall says, right, city guard. I don't deal with them a lot. No, but he will say that it is odd, and the military command is completely separate, but it is under the orders of the Open Lord, of course, and the Blackstaff can certainly... So the only people that kind of like control the city guard is beyond like its normal like army command structure are the Blackstaff, the Masked Lords, and the Open Lord.
Okay. So they basically could either be getting help from the Blackstaff or from the Open Lords or Masked Lords, so there's the top level of...
And you know that many nobles are above the Masked Lords, and they would have there are extra considerations for people that are Masked Lords.
So they could be Masked Lords, the Catholics.
Well, Genval doesn't know anything.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, we knew from the moment that we were going to face the Castellanters that we were pitching ourselves against a great foe. We missed the chance earlier.
So what do we do?
So now, well, I don't think we're going to get a better chance than this. We are...
Do what? They're not. He's not here.
Well, there might be in the next room along. It might be a trap. It probably is a trap. It would be surprised if it wasn't a trap. But it's either a trap now or a trap another time.
So to try your mirror.
It'll fit under the doors just about, but I'm not going to be able to see anything through it. I
How-
got the angles.
Big is the gap? Would you say? I mean...
It's like this.
Okay. It's like snake kind of blind vision. Can I get anything underneath at all, or...?
I think it's time.
What's the vibe? What's the vibe on the other?
As a snake,
Yeah.
like a normal snake, not a constrictor.
No, it was a constrict, but like, I mean, if you can, obviously the angle's pretty
Yeah.
shallow, but I mean, it's not a big room, is it? I don't know, like maybe kind of just a little, like 5 to 10 feet area around the doors or anything, like you can kind of see any footstep, or feet.
Yeah.
Taste the air.
Okay, make a perception check. with disadvantage, just because of the angle is all
Oh,
weird.
natural one, no. Smash
So-
face against the door.
I'm gonna say you don't know. You can't quite see anything, but I'm gonna say that actually makes sense. Tasting the air, you can tell there's someone there on the other side. That's all you can tell.
I mean, you might be right. Might just have to do what we normally do
Wing it.
and wing it. Yeah.
So the snake. Sure, no one speaks snake.
You got any ideas?
They're expecting us. We either go in that room or we leave.
I mean, I can open the door from a distance, but does that help us? Probably not.
Just nod in.
Prevents any kind of traps from.
Yes, we have the option of taking the box away and leaving, but even
Yeah.
that,
That could be a massive decoy, couldn't it? That could be the
yeah.
expected box like this. Thieves look at that and think, oh,
The silence is not going to last forever.
Yeah, I think they're like a minute long.
Alright, well let's.
Yeah, it's about to end.
Alright, let's just do it. I mean, you open the door, snake charge in.
By the door, waiting.
So yeah, we can line up by the door then.
Yep.
So you're going to go for the door. I'm going to stand like with a bit of a run up behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hold a mace so the room's lit.
wait, first things first. I'm going to cast Mage Hand. I'm just going to try the door handle
Okay, so you cast Mage Hand from here.
lightly.
You send it. Is it 30 feet? Yeah, it's it.
Yeah.
You go. zzz,
And
So you
just
go
to,
to this-
just to see if it
Yeah.
is locked or not.
Yeah, it kind of like pulls up.
Well, it's not locked. Seems a bit too easy. I hate to be cliche, but
Then do we leave?
I mean, and what? They know it's probably us by this point, don't they?
Well,
Fine. Let's do it. I draw my two short swords.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you go for the door.
Yeah, I guess so. Or
The silence is gone now.
Long 10 seconds
So
left.
you go into the silence. You reach the door. As you're still Snake.
Yeah.
maybe there's one other thing we can do. Throw him off. What if I go through the door dressed as one of the people that we killed outside? Tell them it's an emergency. See if we can lure them out.
it's better than nothing.
Sure.
I'm not sure you'd be able to get access to this place, but sure.
Lure them where?
Hmm?
Lure them where?
I don't know. Out of the room.
Well,
at the very
at
least.
the very least, like if they're not waiting for us to shoot on sight, we might just give them, as you say, like 5 seconds of surprise.
Yeah.
All right, let's. We're running out of time. Let's do it.
Right, I'm gonna. Because I looked at the body of the guy that I shot with the arrow,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna turn myself into him.
Okay. You turn yourself into a guard.
I'm gonna go.
Actually, can I make myself look like the uniform look like a captain?
Wait, hang on a minute. Why don't you make yourself look like the guy that you spoke to, the tiefling that you spoke to, the guy that was the manservant of the house?
Oh Christ, what was his name?
Well, but
Crowell.
you know his face.
Yeah, yeah.
That's better. He might have access to this room. as
He's
opposed to the
the
others.
what's it called? The butler. Like the
Having
main-
said that, he might be on the other side of the door.
We
It'd
know
be
he's
funny
a-
at least.
No, he's a doppelganger. At the very least, as well.
So?
Sure.
I'm gonna go put my back to the wall to the side of the door so that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So you
um,
put the back,
sounds-
and then you, as a separate, what you do?
I was gonna be by the door, but it is now changed into a guard. I might try and just kind of stay close to the door, but kind of hide a bit along the floor.
Hide in the
Because it's
bed.
dark in there, isn't it?
Yeah. Make stealth checks as the silence is about to
We've
go.
still got pass without trace, I think, because that's an hour, isn't it?
Okay. So make stealth
Plus
check with
20.
plus 10. What was that? Like 30, almost 40.
33. I don't have
17.
23.
17.
17.
Oh, actually, no, I've got a stat.
I mean,
a
now
snake
staying
spell,
over
Yeah,
there.
okay, you're staying around. You see Arion kind of like
19.
slinking and disappear against the shadows of the wall.
Elves.
I'll
And
let Mr.
silence.
Crowell.
And suddenly, it's weird because you are being silent and you are like stealthy, but just the fact that you can now hear your breathing again is weird. You realize how off it felt to not even hear your own breathing.
So the batteries just ran out of my headphones.
So I'll tell us something to Mr. Crowell. And then
Okay, the tiefling.
I'll start in the sitting room that we were in, and I'll run across
Yep.
the room.
So making noise.
Yeah,
Okay.
to the door.
Well, there's a beautiful rug, and the wooden floorboards. You can. There are some pieces that the rug doesn't cover that you can definitely like make noise with, but then
So I'll run
it
and
becomes
just
muted.
grab the handle and burst it open.
Okay, so you go grab the handle, burst open. You see here this.
Mr. Crowell.
You see here a room, walls lined with bookshelves, packed with thick tomes. There is a desk carved from dark oak on the opposite wall, like next to kind of like the windows. And there is like a big grimoire, like this big, covered with a red leather cover, and it's sitting in the middle of that desk and other books. There is you see this trapdoor with a handle, and no apparent way of no ladder, nothing leading to it. In the middle of the desk there is a beautiful ornate golden candlestick, and with 3 candles and that's producing light. There is a fireplace on one of the walls as well, and it is on, of course, providing the heat. There is a golden inkwell. This is one of the most beautiful and lavish desks with writing implements you've ever seen. There's a feather quill pen, also made of gold. There is really heavy dark wood, like desk drawers, and standing, the chair is pushed to the desk, and standing right next to the desk, right below the trapdoor, you see there Lady Amalia. She's not wearing her like nice yellow day dress. She's wearing what appears to be some kind of like night gown, but she has on top of it a really thick cape. That it is the kind of thing that you would use when nobles use when it's snow, kind of like a snow cape, with like lined with fur, like very thick fur, and it is sort of made. It's a beautiful like scarlet color, and she looks at you and holds her hands up and smiles.
Can I try and remember what Crowell's voice sounds like?
Make a deception check.
Not performance. That's pretty good. That's 20 non-natural.
20 unnatural. Yes, I say you can. He had. So the way I did it was like, well, hello, you are invited to visit Lord and Lady Castellanta. Kind of like a posh, well-mannered, very polite, with like a very classic noble
Like a
cadence.
Yeah. Lady Amalia, the 2 of the guards outside have been killed by crossbow bolts. We haven't been able to identify the culprits, but we need to get you out of the house immediately.
It is. I commend your bravery and your resourcefulness. Of all the things, of all the ways I thought we could lose, I never expected you people to be the ones dealing the blow. You can stop the pretense.
I'm going to lunge forward and try and stab her.
She told me to.
Okay. Make an attack. Go.
That's 15 plus 6, 21.
21. Okay. 1 second.
Was she surprised?
She was very much expecting, like...
I think she found the disguise though.
Solid metal and then takes a step back. It's actually just a door.
As 21 total. Yeah, you hit.
Okay, but not sneak attack then,
No.
unfortunately. Plus, your thing gives me +1, doesn't it? So, 9.
So she tries one step back, instinctively trying to like cover. You kind of like feint to the left, go to the right, and shunk, and manages to like catch her under the like below the ribs, and it sinks there, and she goes and grunts, and looks at you, and make a perception check. It's not.
23.
Make an insight.
Oh, insight.
Change it to insight.
24.
24. There's something off about this person. This person is probably not Amalia.
It's Crowell, the doppelganger.
And she looks at you. I suggest you stop if you want the eye.
And then I'm just in my voice. You Crowell?
And goes, kind of
Uh,
like
do you
pushes
wanna
you away
talk?
and goes
We're gonna go into the
and
room.
transforms into
Upon
Crowell.
hearing this
Scuffle.
scuffle,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into the room.
Your suggestion was slightly askew.
Oh,
Well,
I'm gonna casually walk around the back of them and then just try and grapple them, just kind of sleep a hold.
okay.
And leave it kind of loosely and see if they resist. I don't know what's happening.
Okay. Well, he will let himself be. Well, he kind of like takes one step to the side and kind of puts a hand up. There's no need for more violence if you will listen to me. I am the only thing that can now help you get that which you seek.
Well, I'm just going to slither around and check it.
Okay,
Just
just
the-
slither around.
Just the room, not him, the room.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, slither around the room. Make a perception check as you slither around.
We say to Crowell,
Oh, natural 20.
you keep your snake at bay. That's not with me.
So, I'm gonna say that there's in the one of your tongue tasting power kind of like catches a weird scent coming from the bottom drawer. There's so one of the wardrobes, sorry, not wardrobes, like bookshelves. Bookcases has like a bottom drawer, like that is solid as opposed to just open, and it's quite thick. It's just one single drawer at the bottom, and your scent catches a whiff of something that you recoil a bit from it. Something as an animal you would understand, you know, something that is not good for your health, as it were. And because you retain your mental characteristics, you realize there's some kind of poison inside that wardrobe that you catch the scent of. And Crowell kind of lifts a hand.
Why would you be so quick as to aid us against your masters?
I am here on behalf of my masters. After what you did to the temple, even though we didn't know it was you, but here you are to finish the job, I imagine. The lady and lord would not risk their lives or the children's lives after you defiled the temple. They recognize you've won. You should know when you're winning. Embrace it. They've left the city.
Insight
They-
check.
Make an
As
insight
now
check.
within.
Now when he's out, it's not there.
That's true.
Can I say, and this one?
Unfortunately, Osvaldo must stay here. There's no way to transport him.
15.
15. He's nervous by having been given this job, you can tell, or being the one that has to stand before you. But he doesn't appear to be lying apart from like general nervousness. He very much, he knows that his life is at your pleasure.
Mercy.
Yeah, mercy. So
Why are the
he's
city guard posted outside if they've left?
precisely to determine what kind of people will come in to finish the job. With the ruthlessness you've shown, I would have guessed the Xanatar was behind this, but you surprise the Lord and Lady. They miscalculated and underestimated your resolve and your ruthlessness. They concede the kids' lives are more important to them. You won't know where they are, and they won't come back until they know this game you're playing is over and it is safe for them. They, of course, leave you with the parting gift of your victory. And he opens the drawer and takes the eye. You are very close, you can come close to him to the extent.
I'll take it. Does it look real?
Yeah, it look. Make an intelligence check. See if you can imagine fitting it into the eye socket of the stone.
14?
14.
I've never held the stone.
Okay. Yeah, it's a black. It's like an opal, like that. It looks very much like what that would fit the stone. Shape, correct shape, size. Now, don't go for the Lord and Lady. Stop killing their servants. They can still be ruthless if push comes to shove. Don't snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. You have what you came here to obtain. Leave.
I'm afraid, unfortunately, we have one other bit of business here. We made a vow, and I grab my mace, and the room lights up.
He looks at it. So you are the one that took Caladon's armaments.
I am.
What do you intend to do?
We need to deal with the one upstairs.
Well, I cannot stop you. But if you do, Lord Amalia and Lady Amalia and Lord Victorio will come for you. I repeat myself, don't snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. You should know when you are ahead and quit.
At this point, I'm gonna just like tap my kind of tail if I can against like the drawer where I smell the poison from.
Okay.
And kind of look at you two, like against knocking against like the.
Looks at the snake, kind of like confused.
What's in there?
I don't know. I rarely come here. This is Amalia's study.
Question: what was the actual vow that they made with a ghost?
Well, he said, Caladon says, do you swear to rid this place of the corruption that he has, overtook the place. The whole.
Okay, so it's a bit of a vague vow,
It wasn't specific.
Okay,
This, you could tell that destroying the statue was very important.
Yeah. Interesting. That's all that's left.
Sorry.
That's all that's left.
well, you could argue that the castle hunters are also left, but I don't know.
I'll lean down, I'll open the drawer that you're banging on.
Okay.
But then I'll also look at you whilst I'm sort of down there. What do you reckon? You were the one that was pretty pent up on saving these children. If we don't get them hearts, then it's not going to happen at all.
Look at you and here's
Shrug.
Just something to think about, and then I'll just pull the drawer open.
Okay. Pull the drawer open, and you see several jars there. Some of them are empty, and some of them still have some contents. It's a type of flour that appears to be dried, kind of almost the type of flour you would keep dried in order to make teas, or make an intelligence check with advantage.
They've been taking a little bit every day to get up immunity.
Just
Inconceivable plans.
straight intelligence.
Huh?
Straight intelligence.
Yeah.
So, 18.
18. You recognize this type of flour. It is very expensive. It's very hard to get, and it is one of the most potent poisons. And particularly the way it deals its damage is, it is the kind of thing that is used in high level assassination, like nobles and stuff. These are midnight tears.
So they're friend called Bag of Nails.
A creature that ingests this poison suffer no effect until the stroke of midnight. If the poison has not been neutralized before then, the creature must succeed on a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, taking 9d6 poison damage on a fail save, or half as much on a successful one. And there is some of the jars, like most are empty, but some of them still have some flowers.
How many quantities?
You can get about 4 doses worth of in the jars that still have some.
I'll take them out and I'll put them in my go bag. Oh, they certainly
You
are.
very carefully manipulate this.
Very expensive poison in these drawers. What if we were to alert the authorities of the Castellanta's wrongdoing in their absence, and to make it that they couldn't come back and destroy us?
They can buy half the city with their influence.
There's only one person that knows it was us. There's only one person who knows it was us. Deliberately not making eye contact.
Why don't you show us what you really look like?
I think you should leave. Will alert of the people you've killed outside. I'm giving you one last chance to leave this place before we do that. Again, you should know when you're winning. Don't push it.
Push it.
George here to tell me what Nalgothin would say about this vow.
What's can I when I see the stone? Can I check the stone?
How would you?
I'll look at the stone. I mean, I was the one handling the thing most of the time.
Yep.
Do I think it would
Make an intelligence check with advantage.
What's what?
16.
16. Yeah, it does fit. It has the same type of kind of texture, construction, and you look at the grooves on the other side where it would sit on the eye socket of the stone, and you get the feeling that it's probably it does appear. If it's not the thing, it has been made to look exactly like it by a very good craftsman.
I'll look at Mr. Curl and What's in the chest under the bed?
Oh, Lord Victorian Amalia and Lady Amalia's regalia for rituals.
Very fancy lock for regalia.
Well, need to make sure that only the right people can see that you are a devil worshipper, don't you think?
You'll make for pretty good evidence. That box.
We could leave it outside with the bodies.
What about the loose ends?
If you're worried about retribution, we can't do anything.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
to me the good faith of the nobles means very little.
I think
If you walk away, there will be no repercussions.
But that's just
There
can't
will be no
true.
revenge.
The Castellanders need this money. They need the money for their... Look, we've spoke to the cultists. We know the whole story. We didn't swallow the shit that they tried to feed us in that little meeting.
Of course. And you think they told the truth? Exactly.
I trust them more than I trust the Castellanders at this point.
Well, you shouldn't.
Oh, that's convenient, isn't it, that you would say that?
Of course it is. But I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just saying, walk away.
What
And
happens
there will
if
be
we
no
kill you
repercussions.
now? Like
You may
Arian.
kill me if that's what you feel you must do. I'm advising you. If you value the life of all those people that live under your roof, if you value your life, if you value the life of anyone you ever cared for, ever, the Castellantes can move money and hunt you till the end of days.
But you said it yourself, they thought it was the Zentarim. Only you've seen our faces here tonight.
Lady Amalia is currently crying on this conversation.
Shit.
what's
I cannot spell it out for you more than I'm already doing. You don't want them as enemies.
I get an insight check back when he said that she's scrying.
Sure.
21. No, 22.
So it's true. He sounds truthful.
Well, listen.
And you know that these types of nobles, if they are conceding, which is what they appear to, they will want to make sure that their terms are.
Well, I think
Can I reverse scry?
Scramble the scry.
Scramble. That would be a good spell. Well, actually, there are spells for that.
I think perhaps it's time for us to go. We have defeated the father statue that was consecrated to the demons. We have got what we came here for. I am happy to take the terms. And whether we want it or not, the Castellantes are not here, unless they're upstairs. And if they're not here, that means if they truly wish to make an enemy of us, they will eventually. So it's probably best to leave in the best of terms, and I'm happy to do that.
It just feels so disappointing, doesn't it?
We just want to kill things.
No, but you get all pepped up, ready to rumble, don't you?
The man in the bed,
A servant,
he didn't wake up.
poisoned, to be unconscious for the next 8 hours. Wouldn't do if he woke up and started screaming for his dear life.
Well,
How long till they return back to the city?
You don't need to know that.
Well,
How easy is it to get? So there's the latch in the sort of trapdoor above.
Yeah.
How high up is that?
Maybe like this. Maybe
Okay.
what, like 3 meters and a half.
There's no way like a snake could like coil up to.
No. like,
I just... What's to stop Amalia just coming back and scorch earth in us anyway? They got the stone. if they got the power to destroy us, if we go up there and take care of whatever's living up there, they got the power to destroy us either way. Forgive me for so easily buying the rhetoric of a noble, but
I'm gonna turn back out the snake.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at the end of the day, whatever you want listening, we know you still want it. That money. If they give us this, they're just gonna wanna get hold of that money still.
that's it.
They've just changed their tactics. They still have the same objective.
Well, coming after us nets them two things, doesn't it? So it's not like we were nothing before we had the stone. Now we got an eye and a stone, twice the target.
It's better to have an enemy believe that they've won than to confront that enemy while they're at their strongest. They're gonna wait there, bide their time. I know what we're gonna do. Tell me the truth. They still want that money.
Casalantes can take the money, can get the money, the coin. By other means, they will certainly try and focus all their efforts.
But it's not just the money, is it?
Can I insight check that?
It's all the souls as well.
Oh, natural 20.
What souls? He appears to be truthful. He is convinced of what he's saying. This is what I'm going to say.
I'm going to insight him when he said what soul.
Okay.
12. No, sorry. 14.
He doesn't appear to know what you're talking about.
This, the ritual, look. Oh, I was going to say people like us, but you're not really like me, are you? I still look like him as well.
Yeah.
You know, you don't just pay a bit of gold and have Asmodeus wipe the debt. They have to off a significant number of people and, you know, poison like the one I just got, put that in a food in a fancy meal, which I'm sure they were planning on throwing soon enough. That's ingredient number 2.
Are you an expert in this type of contracts?
Well,
In any case, why do you care?
Well,
Whatever they have to do, it's
100 innocent lives. For what?
more than 100 people die today in the riots. More than 10 die daily in the field war.
yeah, but not out of greed. That's it, isn't it? Not out of noble greed. You make a deal to sell your soul, your children's soul for money, and then you make a deal on the lives of innocent people to get it back.
People made their choices today when they chose to riot, and they lost their lives because of it. But this choice is being made by them to take other people's lives. With
Look,
no-
I
with
don't
no-
know what you're talking about, but whatever it is,
Well, then you obviously are going to grab him like on the shoulder. You're obviously working for the wrong people, then, are you? Because it doesn't sound like you know a lot.
it is not my... I don't need to know.
So what do you know? Who are these people you work for?
Lady, Casalanta.
But really, who are they?
Casalanta. Bankers, devil
Demon.
worshippers.
Devil worshippers, yeah. Who must have done some sacrifices before that you know about.
They've done much good
Like what?
to the people that serve them.
That serve them, yeah. but not-
Loyally.
So basically people that are essentially enslaved to them.
Look, why am I discussing moral choices with you?
Because I'm about to throw you out the window.
Consider what I said.
Put him up there.
I think it is time for you to make your choice.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And he goes and disappears. And there's a bit of a smell of brimstone in the air, hanging in the air.
Who disappeared? Krill.
Yeah, in a smell of brimstone. He may have got threatened to be thrown out of a window.
Dimension.
Great.
Who well, I guess that,
So the Castellanta's aren't here, so can we have this house now?
well, we might
What's the rules on squatting in water deep?
You hear some voices coming from the grounds. If you see where the study is,
So it's like over here.
you can the windows like look over the grounds,
Yeah.
and you see Crowell coming out from this house here.
From this one.
Yeah, from this house here, and starting to like.
When he changed, did he still have the cloak on?
Hmm?
When he changed back to himself?
Yeah.
If George was here, we would have had it.
Well, cloak.
Yeah.
It's I specifically described the color of the cloth.
Well, you should have said it was teal, then we would have.
Well, no, he painted it.
Oh, I didn't notice that he was
Badly
wearing the cape of the mountebank.
Yeah. So he comes out of the house here, and there are two things that have appeared in this campaign that were teals: the Shield Guardian and come from this house here, and several people start like forming with torches and just looking up into the room, forming around the grounds with bows and weapons.
I'm
I've
going
got
to jump
this.
and I'm going to kick this door on the roof. It's going to do like a weird flip and kick it.
Okay, so you go kick it, and it goes.
Solid.
Yeah.
There's no visible latch.
Well, there is a latch, but a latch to pull it down.
Okay, I'm going to then just jump and try and,
Yeah, you hang on, and you're now hanging from it. It's not coming down.
try and twist it. Or
Twist it. Okay. Make a.
Wait, before you twist it, just looking at you. They're rallying outside. What's the plan
Does
here?
this-
So we want to fight a demon
Does this
and we
window
fight an
open?
army of
Is this
bowmen.
window open? Like this one here?
No, they're
we open
closed.
this door.
But
we can
are they
leave.
able to open? Are they like just windows? There's no like latch.
Uh,
Yeah.
Door, see what's in there.
They are. Yeah, there are
See.
windows that can be
Yeah.
opened. Yeah.
Can
Or
I-
we can leave.
I just want to stand like kind of hidden a bit near the window and keep an eye on what's going on downstairs.
Yeah, you can.
Try to make a stealth. I don't want to be able to be seen.
Okay, make a stealth.
Just raise my legs up.
I'm gonna
put
be
them on the
seen.
seat.
Can't see
Yeah, you're basically like that without realizing that.
I've got massive shoulders and I'm holding my stick out like this.
I'm gonna put my feet on the ceiling and on this latch.
No, women, you might want to.
Right, what's going on? What are we doing?
Caslantas aren't here, so you're kind of off the hook there. But they're amassing an army outside, and we've been told
Yeah.
to leave.
Yeah, I saw the guards dragging the bodies of.
Oh, and you didn't think to inform us?
I just saw it.
Okay.
Okay.
They found the bodies, but they're not sounding the alarm. Why not? They're just dragging them back into the house.
They're allowing us to leave. If we leave this door open, the Castellantas aren't coming back. Someone has to deal with this. Someone has to see what's up there.
All right, go for it. Let's open the door, see what's up there, and then let's
Make
go.
an acrobatic. This will be athletics. Once you're hanging there with your legs, trying to like force it open somehow.
I don't trust them. I don't trust this.
That's 15.
Don't trust anything.
15. You go. There's no give, and there's you realize there's some way of manipulating this. Sheer strength won't do it.
Can I take a look?
Yeah, you can make an intelligence check to see if, or an investigation. Make an investigation.
I'll help. I'll look up.
Well, from your position, you will have to send your mage hand.
Can I not look, like, just look at it to help?
17.
17. There's something off. So the latch, there's something off. It has some kind of button or mechanism you can press, but you realize it must be impossible because it appears to be like inside, almost like it's a super tiny opening. So something not quite with substance would only be able to. There's no way you can put your hand in there. Something magical or.
Use the mace and bash it open.
I'm going to say it needs some kind of key, and I'll look at you.
You
and
make an intelligence check.
grab the mace. I'll hang from it with one hand and just.
But no. 8.
8. There's something familiar about this, but you can't put your finger on it.
How small's the hole?
I'm going to describe how small the hole is.
Yeah, it's kind of it's in the on the inside of the latch of the like ring, and it is like a tiny, like a very thin canal, as it were, and inside is the.
Could you fit like a thieves' tool in there, like a probe?
You could, yeah.
Try and jam this in.
I'm going to drop down and then just kind of like kneel down for you to get on my shoulders because
Oh,
I'm not good with that.
I put on a few pounds, so
Yeah. Okay.
I just hold
sit
it by
on
the
the
legs.
shoulders.
Yeah. Go. So you grab it and train Jimmy. Jimmy open with the teeth tools. Go for it.
11?
11. It's not quite working.
I don't know. I just, look, when we came here before, I know you weren't in the meeting, but you two were. Remember the Castellantas, like, they didn't sound like the type of people to surrender. They were like, if you cross us, that's it, we'll send the city after you, we'll burn you down.
Do you think they're upstairs?
I don't think they're here. I don't think that they'll give us this eye
Yeah.
and just be like, oh, well, we lost, we'll do it some other means. They know where it is, they know we have it, they know where we live.
Well, but that is my guess. That my guess is that they might just come after us later on.
I don't think it's a might, I mean, they will. This
I'm
is
gonna-
Yeah, they will.
Um,
Okay, they will come up.
Who's got the eye at the moment? Can I just quickly just give that to Silas? Does
What do you want me to eat
does he
it?
react in any way to like touching it?
No, the eye itself, it's inert.
You weren't weird with the other thing when you touched it, so maybe
Oh,
it's fake.
the stone.
You're able to. I mean, I am able as well sometimes to detect magic.
Oh,
I just
able,
can't.
but-
I just can't do it at the moment because I got my lightning sword. as far as sparks.
Staff and
Okay. So you go boom, detect magic. There is a very powerful transmutation magic in the eye.
what was coming off the other stone?
Yeah, the other stone was also transmutation
kind of-
and enchantment. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it feels the same.
It feels the same magic. Is there anything else in the room?
There.
What about this freaky book on the
You
table?
the red grimoire with the leather cover has conjuration magic.
Conjuration magic. Oh, that's nice. I love that.
You think we could use that?
You're getting used to being a scoundrel.
Hold on to this.
And
Actually, I'll hold on to it.
in the ring itself,
I got
there is in the trapdoor.
Yeah.
just in case you
There
leave
is
the party with it.
Yeah, guys, I'll keep everything.
I've attached it to this bed.
there is a conjuration aura as well.
All right. There's conjuration aura on that. Tell you what.
You
And
Yeah.
where's in the trapdoor?
make
Yeah.
the intelligence check with advantage.
Which intelligence check?
You
For what?
For the trapdoor.
well, when he says that, make a new intelligence check with advantage.
12.
12. There's something.
Something odd.
No, you're like conjuration magic. You're thinking about it. You
guidance
know
on you.
about some conjuration magic.
I'm
No.
making a little song.
Now I'll cast guidance on you when you do that because he's like, hey, hey buddy, look like you're not.
It's
very
like you
good
can't
at-
quite put your finger on it, but there is something about that is familiar about conjuration magic.
We should wait about an
What does
hour.
conjuration magic
Right.
do? Like, what would you
Well,
use it for?
Probably not good things because you want to conjure some stuff. So let's just get rid of that. I'm just gonna try and cast a spell magic on it.
Okay.
On the door, right?
What if it's
On the door.
Yeah.
Okay, make a spellcasting ability check, please.
Why'd you conjure
No, just make sure you got my back right now. Guidance now. Guidance.
the stone? No, on a door.
No, I'm
like,
not sure.
Oh yeah.
Is it like 1d4?
Yeah.
Can you do that for the spell magic?
It's a
It's an ability check.
ability check. so-
That is amazing.
What, guidance? Yeah, but it's
No, actually no. I
Oh,
think
that's
it's not
still
skill.
terrible.
Yeah. Huh?
Still terrible.
I mean, for the spell
What do you-
magic,
what
that
do you
would be
roll?
too much too powerful.
What's up? Ability check is +3, isn't it? So, 8.
I mean, if it's a 3 or lower level spell, it's automatic.
Uh,
but
No, it
if
fails.
it's not a 3 or level.
Okay, that's too powerful for me. There's some powerful magic there. If that's conjuration magic, that's good. Well, I mean, it
Should
could,
I can do that as well if you want me to, but only once.
you're thinking about it. How would a wizard that is too short to get there, open it?
If
Maybe
if we want to go up there, I suggest that we get rid of if we can get rid of the magic release, try, because if we go up there without that could create any sort of,
But what if it just makes the ladder appear or something?
well, it could do, but it could also summon like spikes or
Lift up the floor?
Well, may I just say, whilst we are discussing whether to go up there or not, there is like a big number
yeah. What's happening with the army?
bowmen outside.
They are apparently just waiting at this point. They form in like several like rows of archers, and some of them with like swords, and they're just ready. You get the feeling, so you don't have a lot of military experience. You, Arion, would be the one that would know the most about like army and such. You get the feeling they're forming to storm the house from the outside.
I'm being patient. Aaron is not. I'm going to hit the door with the mace.
Also, I'm just
With
gonna
the maze.
Yeah.
Okay, make an attack.
I'm just opening the lock so the window's ready to open as well.
24.
Yeah, you go. There is like sparks, and you realize there's something about the ring and the mechanism, whatever, but that is magical, but you can probably break the actual trapdoor because there is a piece of wood that just kind of splintered.
Okay.
Maybe we should check the drawers just to make sure there's no kind of like mechanism that goes with that.
You check the drawers. No,
Well, I'm busy
Okay, so
trying
you
to
jump
arm-
and go. You essentially start breaking pieces, and then you end up with a hole, and the main pieces of wood that are attached to the ring is just being held there by the ring mechanism. And on the opposite side, you now see that there is a ladder that goes all the way up, and it is upstairs, as it were, and there is kind of like a thin like wooden piece that with some kind of mechanism, presumably, that you can open, and then it will come down. But you don't know what the mechanism is.
Right.
So, but you made a hole.
Big enough for someone to get through.
Yeah, you can.
Are we fighting this thing?
We're making it so someone's problem. Doesn't have to be ours.
So you're going to release it.
Essentially.
So we have to bait it out.
And you
This is open now. Can we hear any chains or anything?
immediately you
Maybe we could bargain with them.
you
So we're baiting a devil.
you smell. The
You
first
like
thing is that catches your attention is the smell. There is sulfur, like that starts like wafting through the air, and it is totally dark. And just by what you can see, it has been like made soundproof because of certain panels you see in the ceiling of the attic from your position down here.
Right, if I kind of do a one-handed pull-up
Yeah.
with my mace, lighting things
Yeah,
up.
I guess
Yeah.
it's like
You appear in a very small room, maybe 15 feet by 15 feet, that has a single door.
So he's not immediately in
No,
there.
he's not immediately there. Yeah, so you pull 15 feet is 3 by 3. So imagine a square like this. You appear here, and there's a door here.
I can't see him, but I can smell him.
And now that you are up here, you think that you hear coming from beyond that door, like chains, links, metal scraping,
Can I tell how
and a
close
weird
to
howling, soft howling sound like.
the door? Can I tell how close to the door they are? Like, on the side?
No, far.
Okay.
Maybe he's not actually that bad and we can put him in our attic instead.
He's here with the children.
That's where I live.
Oh yeah.
Speaking
But you might not be here tomorrow, so.
Let's find a new place to live. We'll deal with it momentarily. At least for a couple of days.
But you realise if we do this, the maybe of the Castellanters will become a definitely.
It's a definitely anyway, I'm sorry. I mean, and
Yeah,
if it
I
isn't,
mean-
then
But it will be with a different kind of vengeance. Definitely will be with the aim of getting the stone and the eye.
look, we've got Noah within, and he has his badge. Oh, he gets his little badge.
You show the new one that you made.
And with that, it affords us at least some kind of protection, right? Like, on that we have to rely. Whether the Castellanters go above the law or not isn't something we can control, but at least we know that we're not just, in the city's eyes, a bunch of vagabonds anymore.
The guys outside they've got, how many roughly have they got like this?
You count quickly, and counting the people that move beyond, they move too close to the walls, you get between about 20.
And do they look like the city guard, or they look...
No, not necessarily. They look like the same type of guard that you fought on your first the first time you came here.
So I was basically weighing them up, I'd say there's a lot of them, but
We can take them on.
one fireball
Murderous
bead.
druid. Oh wow, yeah.
Because that's where I'm at the moment.
Well, so here's my plan. We set fire to this attic and we leave.
Fire?
The child will be fine. He'll be exposed.
Let me have a chat with him first.
A chat?
Yeah,
With
It's
a
a
chained
devil.
demon. A chained devil.
he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
The man? No. Like chained devils, they're mad. Like a box of frogs mad.
Well, I can talk to frogs.
Alright, bad analogy for you.
You had more chances with a box of frogs than
Oh,
with a
well,
chained
Do,
devil.
do you
Wait.
not, the cultists see said,
Hello?
look,
Hello there.
So you shout. Did you climb or
I'm just shouting from the other
Okay.
window.
No response.
I mean, I that's not a bad idea if you want to set this place on fire.
I mean, it's not it was your first thought, wasn't it? All those,
Well, there was
Days
years
ago.
ago. Yep.
But
Niall says, I was about to do again. Guys.
It's an easier voice to do.
Guys, I hear sounds coming from downstairs. There's armor, metal, and they're not running, but they are downstairs.
So is the army about to start moving in? Are they still?
Yeah, well, there are some people that move beyond the area you can see
this is not worth our time.
from your
But
windows.
the mass sort of army there is still there. They're not moved.
There is some of them that are still there, but some of them move from beyond your radius of sight from the window.
Oh, how many? I was kind of watching them. I didn't realise it moved. Oh.
how are we going to start a fire?
Well, yeah, it's about 10. The ones with weapons, with melee weapons, they're not there anymore. Only archers are there.
I suggest that we swallow our anger and flee and live to fight another day.
Or let's set an example.
This is from the man that's not gonna fight in like months.
Who
The player rather.
we don't mess with us. Open the window.
Sorry, it's just a sound effect, so you can keep talking.
Open the window, but just enough so I can like shout out of it, not enough
Yeah.
that I can get a good shot.
You open the window.
Hello down there. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
How long is that too long?
It depends what we're planning to do.
Give you 1 minute
1 minute?
to get back in that house over there, or we're gonna burn the whole place down.
It's...
What am I doing here?
You hear the voice of Crowell coming from the grounds next to the 2 rows of archers. You can still walk away.
Is that a threat?
That's an offer.
I think
It's a reminder of what I already told you.
But is he in that group of people?
Yeah, he's there. on the
Let's,
ground.
let's take that offer. That would be my
Right,
advice.
votes to escalate this.
I
You're up there.
You're a druid of the enclave of like the people that do not kill other people.
Yeah, but he's been talking about burning this place down for weeks.
Since the second session.
I'm going to be inspecting the door.
Yes,
No,
and the
they-
door appears very simple.
They mean us
it
harm.
has,
They've
it
picked
has
our side.
a plank. What is it, like a wooden plank?
I'm outside here.
From your
All
side,
that
the bar.
smarts, I do not know the
That
right
you
way
can
to
just
act.
lift
I
and
think
then
the,
a
best,
simple
the right way
like
to
that.
access
Do
the
you-
drive.
Yeah.
I
Do
mean,
you
I know we're all pent up,
I'm gonna
but we
test
need
the
we
door.
Do
have
you
to
pick
let
the
it
lives
It's
of
a
the
lot.
100 people that
Put my hand
Castle is
against it and
gonna
just see if it comes.
gonna plant
Uh,
poison
yeah,
to
you
the
can
other
submit.
people, or the 20 people out there that want to try
Okay.
and kill us to protect
Make a
them?
stealth
If we
check.
kill those
to help
20, if
them.
we kill those 20 people, the Castellandra is still going to do whatever they want to
23.
do.
Now,
23, okay.
They know where
So
we
you open
live.
it.
We have people we care about.
And,
That's already made that point.
But if we kill all these people, that's not going to change
you
the
see
thing. They're
this,
still not here.
I don't think we
This-
should kill these people.
Quite
Yeah,
large
But that's what I mean.
figure.
If they were here, if
Um,
the Castellandra were here,
it
I would
is
say, okay, well, let's
grotesque.
just gamble. Let's eliminate
The
them. Let's
the
eliminate
muscles
threat.
and the
But
the
even if we burn
naked
this whole place
torso,
down, we kill
uh,
everyone,
kinda-
there's still a threat.
uh, like surrounded by chains with spikes that just eat into the flesh,
It's the truth.
and the chains are all
I'm also like
kind of
really
like tied
we're
to
for a fight, but
the side walls and the ceiling. It's all soundproof, by the way. And some of them are loose, some of them are taut, and they are
Yeah,
holding
but
it
that's,
against the far wall from where you are peeking.
it's bound, it can't get away at all.
It's bound, and it appears to be bound at least, and it's kind of like just moving there in place. And you see there are pieces of chains that are kind of like held, tipped by like really nasty looking hooks and sharp edges, and it is kind of like moving slowly from side to side, like dragging some chains.
But it's like stood because it can't really move very well.
So he can move, and he can, once he gets to one side a bit, a chain becomes taut and
Okay.
then goes back to the other
So
side.
I'm gonna quietly open the door the whole way, and then I'm gonna take a step back towards the hole that I made.
Okay. As soon as you open the door the whole way, it goes. A horrible wail greets you.
Greetings.
So we were all just there in the room.
A wave of incoherent howling, as if opening the door, broke down a dam that had been holding back a madman's screams. And he starts, the chains, it starts making a big noise. You get the feeling that this can be heard. If it wasn't for the fact that now there is a permanent hole, you could like keep this sound control, but now it is just being heard by everyone down in the main.
You're
study.
right up there,
Carry
Arian.
on.
As you look up, you see me just drawing my bow. I'm just gonna say, I think it's time we left.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
But I'm just gonna draw my bow and I'm gonna shoot it once, and then I'm just gonna jump down the hole immediately.
Okay, this is what you see, by the way.
Oh wow.
Yeah, only Arian sees it.
You don't want to see.
Okay, so you shoot it once.
Yeah.
Yep. Go for it.
Oh, I missed 9.
9. Okay, yeah, you miss. You go, "Tum," and it kind of like hits one of the chains, "Tum," is deflected, and at that it goes, and you see some of the chains pulling taut and kind of like almost becoming loose. And starts running forward. Some of the chains are holding it, but he's dragging, and you can tell that he's probably gonna free himself.
Okay, so as I go to jump down the hole and I see it miss, I'm going to catch myself with my other foot and go for another shot because that was very disappointing. And which is 21 to hit.
21. That hits as it's kind of like coming towards you.
Oh, 1. So 4 points of damage, and then I jump down the hole.
Okay, 4 points. This arrow sinks into its into a part of the chest that is covered by chains, and it's just dragging the chains. What are you guys doing? We actually have a timer now.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
He's not going to stay there for long, let's go.
Are the guards still in all the archers downstairs?
You at the moment this howling starts becoming like a shriek. You hear guards like shouting, "Time's up! We're coming!"
Alright.
You hear some noises of guards coming up
Did
the
someone
stairs.
grab the grimoire already?
Yeah, I've got that. Yeah. As that's time's up, I'm just gonna pull a bead
The beat.
Start a fire in the house.
and I'm gonna chuck it and aim for the middle of the archers.
Whoa! Fuck no! If I see you doing
What
that,
arches?
The archers.
as soon as I see you,
Oh, the ground.
Yeah.
Where Crowell and everyone
Yeah,
else
yeah.
is.
before you throw, I'm gonna try.
Well,
and
it's gonna be okay. Make a
I mean, you're
make
gonna catch
a
his hand, but
make a dexterity check, and you make a dexterity check.
natural 20.
Natural 20.
16.
Okay, so you as you grab the bead, you go. The hand
That's the
silent.
city guard.
Is it? No, you said it wasn't.
I mean,
There's the house guard.
A house guard.
Oh, even still.
I'll help you.
We don't have quorum with them. Can you just start a fire in here? And we'll just leave.
I don't really have much.
Broken pieces of wood. The sound of broken pieces
Lock,
of wood
stay
as
in, let's
some
get outta here.
chains are becoming loose.
Prestidigitation.
I can do druidcraft on some stuff.
What are you doing?
Druidcraft on the fireplace.
Doing gas in the fireplace. Okay.
There you go. Got you some fire.
It was already on, but.
I mean, when I said I was going to burn the whole place down, I was, I was going to come with.
Alright.
I'm gonna usher like not within and people out, but then
Yeah.
I'm also gonna try and grab the desk and try and tip it towards the fireplace.
Towards the fireplace.
that it
Okay,
catch
so you
fire.
start drying the place. The
I
desk
mean,
is
if it
heavy.
is, I just grab like my bastard sword and I just grab one of the logs from the fire and just like pull it out of the fire, so it just I don't know
Okay,
goes
so
into the room,
you
into the carpet.
okay, so you're kind of like dragging the chest and tipping over, like the candelabra and the all the gold stuff, the very expensive, just chunk, as you start like putting logs to help it. Like,
into the room.
yeah, okay, it starts. The immediate thing is that the
Yes.
moment you move a log, it starts smoking a lot.
Yeah.
As you hear upstairs.
Let's get the fuck out of
As soon as
here.
I've done that, I'm gonna run and I'm gonna try and hold this door shut whilst everybody else gets out the window. 'Cause
That
Okay.
door's also got a Jimmy
I'm
thingy.
also just gonna hold it.
Okay, yeah, you hear on the other side, and you go poof. So one guard apparently already. Come on, boys!
As we're leaving the bedroom, I'm gonna just chuck a bottle of alchemist fire at the. We're gonna grab the body.
Whoa.
Oh, no, he's tied to the bed. Yeah, I'm just gonna chuck a bottle of alchemist fire like at the fabric that's all on the bed.
Oh, on the bed. Okay, yeah, you go.
You would let me fireball
Immediately
some
goes
people that were
a
alive, but
green
then someone
fire.
like that.
Immediately bursts, and you can see drops of the liquid on fire, kind of like immediately sticking to things. And this is a horrible green fire.
And then can I cut the rope and just drag the guy off the bed just as
After
I'm
you
going?
drop the alchemist
Well,
fire.
I'll do that. I'll take it away first then.
Okay. So you first drag the body and then chuck the bottle. Okay.
Is it possible to reattach the bead or not?
The bead.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you have now in your pocket. You have a bead in your pocket now.
Well, Silas has walked off, so.
Huh?
Silas has walked off.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should probably get out of. Okay.
So you are in the room with them. That are,
No, we've gone.
Oh no, sorry. You're
by himself
blocking the
now.
door. You
No,
went.
I'm going. Me
Yeah.
and now with him.
Are all in the sitting room.
Yeah.
You are dragging the body, and you again home, still looking at the window.
So I'm going to check the fireball, but like in front of where they are, like in front of the door area to like get them to get back. It's like
Oh, okay. You want to calculate the radius so
Yeah.
it doesn't hurt them.
yeah.
Do you know the radius?
You
You don't
have
know
no
the
idea how
radius.
this works.
Yeah.
Make an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Ooh, 9.
9. Okay, you go. Okay. You all, as you are all, like, imagine like slow mo. You're all doing the stuff you're doing, as you suddenly hear like a sound that woke you up that morning in Trollskull Manor. And I'm gonna say that 2 archers get caught in the blast.
It's fine by me.
Roll 66.
The timer just ran
6
out.
or 86?
86. That's so gone, those guys.
9. 17. 19.
Yeah, I mean, as this like breaks the sound of the explosion and the sudden burst of light in the middle of the quiet night, because the riots have the guard like keeping things specifically quiet now. It's just two of the guys just fly away like blackened and burning. The others are like, they just starts to like stand back. The fucking fireball does. The shrieks, the noise, everything, you can all hear it.
You see now, Wedding, you don't come for one day and look what happens.
Two guards now, you can see it. Come on, Tommy, we can do it. Against the door.
I mean, we're jumping out the window. Like,
I'm
we're
holding
like,
way-
No, you are holding the door.
we are rappelling down the window.
Okay, so you start rappelling, as you rappel down the
I mean, is there anyone? I'm
Yeah.
gonna take.
So there are two guards down there that are from the ones that were outside the walls that are just waiting for you as they didn't do anything with the rope, but they're just waiting outside. They're coming down here. It's as soon as you start like try to rappel down.
We don't have any other
We're
options.
leaving, you dick.
What?
We're leaving. That's what they wanted.
What do you do?
What do I do? That's a good question. Alright, before I go down, I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself. And
Okay.
then there's gonna be 4 people.
Yeah, okay, so you go one, 4 people.
It's the one holding the rope.
One, some of them like below you and some above you.
And I'm just gonna jump
Yeah.
like right next to them. And
Yeah,
like,
right. Next to- as you do that, they both take like steps back, and I'm gonna say now, make an intelligence check. Intelligence and no, not proficiency. So just intelligence. Today there's a lot
It's
of
not very
insight.
smart.
Insight. Sorry, insight.
That's slightly better then. So that's 14 then.
14. The way these guys like move back a bit, they don't appear to be like army guys. They're not like standing their ground in a very like professional soldier fashion, and they just they kind of like step back and say,
Do they look like house?
well, you don't know. They
maids?
have like full like army armor and helm and everything. But the way they moved, it didn't look like they know what they're doing. It takes skill to move well with armor and to like plant your feet and they don't appear to be like too experienced, or maybe they're just newbie soldiers.
I'm gonna do a nice little shimmy of my illustrate dance, and I'm
Mhm.
just gonna put a weapon to one of them, and I'm gonna say, "You're outnumbered. Leave."
They kind of they're not stopping you. They kind of like two steps back, each of them.
Okay, well that's what I said.
Okay.
And it's 4 of us doing that
Yeah.
dance, so they are outnumbered.
You hear soldiers from the door to the servants, the one door that you had used that is right there, and a door so just behind you it opens, and there are 2 of the house guards that are there, and they shout, "Cromwell, they're coming this way! What do we do?" And but they're just holding their ground right now. What are you guys doing?
Are you still in the thing?
Yeah, I'm just holding the door, waiting for everyone else to get out.
Wait, which door did they burst from? The one on the ground
Outside.
floor? Yeah.
Outside, because your rope is like
Yeah.
there.
Arian, you go out next. Yenhorn, you go out.
Fine.
Well, I mean, now with them.
Oh yeah, now within. I
Okay.
assume he goes first.
Just
Put it on my
holding
shoulder.
hands with you.
You hear Crowell shouting, "Let them leave! Let them leave! Put out the fire!" As you see, well, you can't see, but yeah, just the starting to catch fire, and it is glowing the room upstairs a bit. And so the guards keep pushing against your door.
That thing is presumably the screams are continuing.
Yeah, and you hear now.
Get out!
And a piece of chain coming down the hall. The chain attaches itself with the hook to the floor, to the ground on Amalia's study, and then becomes taut as it goes, pulls, and the chain flies up with a piece of wood, like and creating a bigger hole in the ceiling, and a hand.
Oh,
Damn Down the road.
Time to go,
Down the
time to go, time to go. Niall, come on, let's go.
Okay, so you all start rappelling down the rope.
I'm just gonna jump out the window.
You jump out the
If
window.
There's only him left.
I go last. I grab that case
Mhm.
that has the fancy lock on it, and I start climbing up the rope instead.
You grab the
Then
lock
you drop
box.
it.
The lock
With
box.
one hand.
Make an athletics check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Wow,
hard.
it's a massive chest.
It's a really big chest. It's
That's pretty good.
With disadvantage, 20 non-natural.
20. Okay,
Oh,
so
22 non-natural.
you're essentially holding onto it like that, and then going up with your feet, and then going up with the rope, then grabbing with this hand, holding the chest, and then again another bit. You manage to you all see as you come down, and the guards are just standing the ground there.
Silas!
The Silas is going
I
up.
have no time! Hurry
Oh,
up!
my grappling hook.
You just took the chest down here.
The door burst open. The door that was being held by Arion, that you can hear it just below you. You are a bit higher up, and the guards. The devil is out! The devil is out! And you hear a horrible scream as suddenly a chain kind of like whooshes through the air, metal on flesh, and a scream of someone is being pulled deeper into the bedroom.
Just start pulling the rope up as quick as I
Yeah.
can up to the.
You got there. You see that all the guards are now ignoring you. It's like fuck, and they all just start to rush for up. So you're alone on the street.
Just drop it.
You pull the rope up.
And basically put it in my grappling hook,
Yeah.
and then grab the bag, and then just go. You can run, but you can't glide. And then jump off the roof.
Oh, okay. You jump off the roof.
With the chest.
Yeah.
You need to do this with your arm.
You got to just drop the chest on the floor.
So you go, and the chest.
I can hold it in one hand, right? I was
No,
climbing.
no. It's
Massive chest.
it's a lockbox. It doesn't have handles.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you were holding it.
In which
like
case, I'll just jump off the roof and I'll cast a slow fall.
Okay. So you go. Yeah, it is really weird because you see him slow falling as like
That's the
shrieks and screams and horrible death.
Can I take a look in through the windows? I'm falling. Just
Yeah.
so
You see.
do I catch the devil? Do we like
You
look,
see-
meet,
yeah.
lock eyes as I'm going down?
And,
You see-
and the chain goes like.
You see this creature manipulating 4 animated chains,
Whoa!
and it's just like mincing meat with the guards that are all now piling up, trying to contain it
A
somehow.
lot of work there.
And
Isaac.
behind him, there is a fire that it's starting in
How big
Amalia's study.
How big
It's
is
not
this
too
fire?
big yet, but you, based on your
There's a
pyro.
fire in the bedroom as well. The
Yeah.
green fire in the bedroom.
Yeah.
One in the stairs.
it's
And the
it's
fire
not
that
going to
you
be put
brought
out easily now. The alchemist fire also is very sticky,
Yeah.
and the chain devil is just walking through the fire and pulling people towards him, and they're so they are being held by the chains, burning. It is a massacre.
We made it easy for the chain devil actually. Just-
As I land, just I think we.
We'll slow them down for a couple of months.
Point. Quickly, let's go and get the horses.
I'm
horses.
going to stay here. Maybe this doesn't-
Niall,
this doesn't spread out the
Niall
street.
says, guys, fire mages in the horizon.
Oh shit.
And you see
Alright.
2 figures
Let's get out of here.
coming almost like Neo from the Matrix across the sky.
Has it been more than an hour since we've been here?
You think about your pass without trace?
Yeah.
It's gone.
It's
It's got
gone.
to take magic.
Yeah.
Detect magic doesn't.
Yeah, the thing is concentration, 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
think it was concentration. Okay. Well, that's annoying.
So the fire mages are coming, so what do you do?
Pass without trace again.
Okay, so make one stealth check each. Let's
Get
see.
fuck out of dodge. Ooh, let's go.
That's 30.
That's a lot.
Go get now with him.
That is 34.
Now, he's got his Peshwari now on, hasn't he? So
Yeah.
he's-
It's because for sure and on.
He rolled a 2.
He's
No,
got
with
advantage.
12 then.
So he's got.
Oh no, because it's straight roll.
Yeah, straight
So
roll.
it's plus 10. 12.
So he rolled 12. I rolled
It's fine.
20.
With everyone involved, you essentially start running. Niall is kind of like running a bit further away from where trying to follow the shadows of the light of the fire and the lamps, and you kind of like keep pulling him towards the side. Not there, idiot. And it's fine. As you make your way where?
We probably shouldn't go back to the house right now.
I don't think we can go back to the house for a long time.
What the fuck are we gonna go?
Let's go to Emmix and hold it there.
That's an awful idea.
He's got a cellar we can hide in.
I mean, I'm
We
still
threatened to kill
itching
him.
for a fight.
No, Williams, parents, no,
We
probably.
can go back to my shed. There's not spacious, but we can stay there for like a little bit.
We need to, if we're being watched, we need to lose the trail.
Hang on a minute. Why don't we go to the house of what's his name? The guy that we're with, the orc, half orc.
Siraj. Oh shit!
We can go to Siraj's and then we can watch.
I'm gonna say that Siraj left as soon as you.
Yeah, he said he would.
Yeah,
Okay.
he left.
Okay, we can go to Siraj and we can keep an eye on our man or see if anyone goes.
We need to lose eyes first,
Okay.
in case we've been watched.
Just a thought. That chain devil that we released was pretty massacring people as I float past the window. How do we know that thing's not going to kill everyone in this city?
Mages.
Yeah, don't take care of
There
it.
were fire mages though.
I mean,
How strong's a chain devil?
they're like a small army there. By the
Can
time
fly.
Can I fly? With this suit, I guess.
They're powerful mages.
That'll be alright. So where do we go?
pub.
Sewers?
We do have that.
A pub does sound
secret.
more appealing.
Sewers, lose the trail, resurface, then wherever. An inn.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Alright.
Winchester?
Let's have
So
a
you-
pint and wait for it to all blow
So
over.
you're gonna look for a sewer entrance.
I guess so.
I mean,
well,
I mean,
he's
let's
spells
see now,
get
any-
him
Yeah.
to-
Yeah, you can very easily find one. Okay, so you search for one you know about here in the seaward. You reach there with your lockbox.
Wasn't any magic about that lockbox, was there?
Lockbox.
We go to Lord Renan's.
Well, no. I mean, not in the box itself. No.
Okay.
Open the lid. Start climbing down. And then what are you gonna do once you all pile down there?
I guess we're just gonna like run sort of towards the direction of our house.
Walk toward somewhere.
Any direction's good, really, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, I mean, closer.
So you're
to
gonna
where we
start
want
like
to, so-
aimlessly going around.
No, I mean,
Does he know
if he
an idea?
knows where,
Not in this area.
if he knows how to navigate, well, okay. If he doesn't know how to navigate it, then yeah,
We want
whatever.
to aim
So
south,
I
basically.
wouldn't know these sewers.
We're just trying. I think we ideally want to get down to the Dockwoods, if we can.
It is a
Like a
long
2-hour walk
distance
through the
sewers. I mean,
through the sewers.
no,
It would take 3 hours.
Let's walk towards where we think is our like the troll school manor.
But we don't want to come back up.
But where are we gonna spend the night? I mean,
Going
Well, it's the morning though. We've already slept.
We need to get the kids out of the house.
we need to get back. I mean, it's anywhere else is gonna be more dangerous than at home.
If we go back to the house now, chances are there could be stuff happening around that area. It's better we go to a different part of the city and then we can slowly make our way back. And
Well, you can. I mean, if Sophie's in the house and the kids are there, then we need to get them out. If we
Well,
think that house
Do
is
you
dangerous,
Have any idea how to get to the basement through the sewers?
No.
I mean, I can give it my best shot to get us there, and we can go in through the well, here's the main question:
They're not gonna.
does that door open both ways? The latch we knew was on the inside.
It was latched, but it was broken. I never got to replace it.
Which latch? No, the one that makes the wall open.
that's
Oh.
I thought it was a different thing.
The one that you found that you twist.
I think
These-
Sophie showed us how to do it from the outside, but not from the
No,
inside.
there's two, so the one that is the one that leads to the skull port and stuff.
Hmm.
That had there was that weird little tiny room that had
Yeah.
like a twisty thing, like a hold and twist. That one, I don't think. We didn't check to see if it opens from the other side.
Okay.
There's like 3 doors in that room.
Well,
I mean,
Don't lose any tail. And just head back.
We should probably put the stone in the box as well.
in which box?
The lead
the
box.
lead box.
Oh yeah, definitely. I thought you meant this one. I need to have a look to see if I can open this first.
Oh. Have we done it with you?
The stone?
No, I got the lead box with the stem.
Right, you just put it in there now. Just keep it. Does it fit?
Yeah, imagine it's a massive box.
No, the eyes. Does the
Oh.
eye fit in there?
Okay, should I do it now?
Yeah, just do it. Just make sure it fits.
Is it worth doing it now?
Like,
Or get
well-
stuck in it? It might be worth holding all the pieces separately, right? And
I'll
then
just put it
if
in
we
and see
lose
if it
one, we
fits.
don't lose them all.
At least we know if it fits or not.
Yeah, but they might be stuck in there forever.
Oh,
Then.
I'll do it. Come here.
No, it's not a question of who does it. It's a question of whether it's sensible to do it.
What's the problem with getting stuck? It's supposed to be in there.
If we have 3 things and they're all stuck together, that's easy for someone to steal. If we have 3 things and they're all separate, we lose 1, we don't lose 3.
Well, if the stones are separate in the first place, I imagine that they can be taken apart.
I mean, they're magic. I got no idea how they work. They might have been created separately
I think
intentionally.
You're
Might
creating
be
problems we don't
worth
have.
testing to see that we haven't been double crossed.
Yeah.
Very well. I mean, it's
Right. Here we go.
What are you gonna do?
Put the stone.
Okay, but wait,
stone.
but the stone is in the house.
No, I always carry it with
Oh,
me in
you
the lead box.
got it. Okay, you put it in. As you put it in, it kind of like fits perfectly, and then there is a faint glow, and then something almost lashing out of the stone. You feel it inside your head.
Ugh,
It only lasts for a second, and then it goes quiet.
that didn't feel as nice as I thought it'd be.
Looks like a good fit.
Yeah,
Probably
let's,
best close that box up.
let me see if I can take it out. I'm gonna try taking the stone out.
It doesn't come out.
I think your fears have been realized.
yeah. All right. Well, just means that we have to be doubly careful not to lose the one thing now and
Yeah.
then. It's fine. I
Well,
don't think
so you
anyone's
run-
chasing us. I'll be honest.
No, we're just walking through there.
To the sewers.
Casual stroll.
Okay. How long are you gonna walk? Like an hour, 2 hours?
Not too long. We're trying to head east, just towards home, and then we'll.
Okay, make a survival check with advantage. One, see if you can orientate yourself because it's really confusing down here.
20 non-natural.
20. Yeah. Okay. You keep turning. There are some twists and turns. Not all tunnels have like exact direction, but you manage to more or less keep an eastward direction. You're trying to get to any specific exit, or
I wouldn't know. I'm just trying to get east towards the house.
Yeah, just general area of where Trollskull is.
okay. I mean, yeah, you can reach if you want to come out. Make let's see. Eventually, you're gonna reach. You realize you overshot, maybe because you're
Where are the greyhounds again?
the rattle, and you come out very near the eastern wall, very near the eastern wall.
Oh, well.
And as you come out, you open it, and you see the wall going up, and the battlements and the guards walking up there,
Not,
keeping an eye towards the city because of the riots.
not a terrible thing to be seen walking home from the east.
I mean, they know it's. Coel knows it, so it's for everyone else to see us. It's,
With the city watch.
I mean, he can just tell them. That's what I mean. It's not the people that.
Well, he can tell them whatever he likes. There's a devil in there.
That's the big advantage we have, I suppose.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's just walk home, and if we're stopped by anyone, I'm sure Nalwithin will be able to offer an explanation for us.
I'm very disappointed in the events that have transpired tonight, I must say.
Yeah.
I can't see the black stuff being happy about this one. We set fire to their home.
Yeah,
Well,
you've got poop all over your boots as well.
I pooped myself in fright. There was a devil
On purpose.
to mask my
At
scent.
least you can tell the black stuff you didn't kill the Castellanters. That's something.
Is it true that you only have 4 toes on your left foot?
I will not humour these rumours about me or my toes. But I'll have you know the nails are in perfect condition. Whether there be 4 or 5.
So what are you gonna do?
There we go.
Okay. Well, you're gonna reach the house, everything here is quiet. There are some of the candlelighters and being protected by city guard or that are patrolling the area. City guard, so in the army.
So it's kind of dawn now, right? Maybe like daylight.
Approaching.
Curfew's gonna be.
It's winter though, so it'll be
It's
dark.
dawn is at around like 7:30.
Okay, but like curfew-wise, like it's gonna be like it's fine to be seen on the street.
Well, as long as in the streets, if you don't, the way you know how this works, curfews are very much like profiling, work based on profiling. So if you don't look like you are from the field war or the
Well,
Southern War, you're
at
fine.
this time of day, surely like the house help would be arriving at.
Yeah,
because otherwise
yeah.
they're late.
It is, yeah, exactly. It is very much class profiling. That will, you know, how the curfew is run. So the moment people look at you, some of the guards look at you, but the moment they see like Naya with shiny armor and you, it's like, okay, whatever. These guys are not like rubble rouses.
Look at the three rubble.
So you also you must have a massive like golden lockbox with you. Yeah, of course, this is
Right.
noble stuff.
We definitely didn't steal it from a noble house in the rise.
Especially the Tiflin look.
I actually would have put like a blanket.
It has.
And, you know.
I'm gonna say that it has. I'm assuming that you keep it hidden because it has a big swan symbol of the Casalantes in the front, in the center where the keyhole is. So you're kind of like keeping that.
we would have probably put a cloak, I imagine. Or something.
Yeah, some sort of cover.
Okay, so you reach the manor. There, one of the kids is kind of like in the tap room. Keeping
What are you
watch.
doing awake at this hour?
It's Squidly. I'm keeping watch
Go work.
after
Yeah.
what happened
Impressive.
last night. We decided to keep watch, and I'll be waking Sophie very soon. But now you're here.
That's a good lad.
Hope
I'll
you
throw him out.
hope you keep an eye on that slimy bastard down the road.
I'll throw him 5. I'll throw him 2. 2 copper. That's a good lad.
We're getting more stingy.
You're gonna open their own banner.
Where's my 5 dragons that Gangon keep giving everyone?
You see us spoiling them then.
Sorry.
Never mind waking Sophie to take watch. We gotta leave now. So wake everyone and get your stuff together.
Well, live where?
We'll decide that as we go. But it's not
We'll
safe
be-
here for now.
We'll be safe.
Well, here?
During the
No,
day.
it won't.
During the day, it'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Look,
It's only no. They're not gonna do anything.
Where do you want to take us?
I mean, anywhere. Can't Mert put us up or something?
Anywhere we go, we can assume we're being watched.
Yeah, this is probably.
You know that the
best-
workers arrive to keep working on the house in like around 9 a.m.
Look,
Listen, this
Look,
is. This
we're
is
inside the tavern now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Look, right. At the end of the day, whatever the Castellantes say, until we've got that thing completed, they're gonna leave us alone.
No, we don't know that.
Look, it's how they think. Think about it. They have an end goal here, and part of their end goal is to get that. They say they can get the money some other way, but the easiest way is for them just to basically keep tabs on us. But you look at how their army was, and from what you're telling me about how they weren't very well organised,
Oh yeah, I mentioned that too.
it sounds like they've
The
got.
army was not as you do. I mean,
It sounds like they've got the cheapest they can get. They're scratching at the bottom of the barrel at the moment.
Look,
They're going to pull back,
I
and
have
they're
an
going to.
idea. So maybe moving more quickly than we would prefer, but if we're looking for somewhere safe, somewhere where they can't get to us, then perhaps the towers in the south.
the Colet Towers.
You have a way in. If those can become safe in some way, then that's very exclusive access.
That is a good point.
You want us to run
It's risky.
a
but
botched raid on the Castellantes into a raid on the Colet Towers?
Well, I think we should.
well, it wasn't a botch raid. We got this.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't. It was good. Look, it was good. We got what we theoretically went there for. It's just, you know, it would have been nice to know that our backs are a bit safer than they now are.
But you must know by now that you cannot always tie every loose end.
It's not about. Well, I mean, this isn't about loose ends. This is about
Oh, this is
loose knife that's flying towards the back of our head.
Hey, I trust me, I know when the nobles have it against you, there's not much you can do. But
Did
Let's-
we speak to what's his face, the detective yet?
No.
no, we haven't actually.
I think as well we need to go and speak. I've forgotten his name now.
Dr. Trench, Mr. Trench.
Mr. Trench. If you want to go to the Collect Towers before we even start, we need to come with the plan of how we're going to go in. We need to know how we're supposed to get in. So we need to go and speak to him first about how these things work.
Well, don't we have the medallions that Alwyn got from the.
Yeah, but he was going to go and check out and see if he could figure out how to get in with him. So if we go and check with him, but he doesn't seem to be there at night, so we have to wait a few hours till the daylight because he seems to be only in his office during the day.
Yeah.
That was right, wasn't it?
I mean, if we want to lay low, also going to Skullport to do the hit on the sanitarians is also an option. But
You got some great options, haven't we? For laying low. We'll stay out of danger by either taking on the Zentrim or.
hey, that's the least. What do you call it? They're not gonna be looking for us in the most dangerous place there is.
Do you want to update the Black Hand and let her know?
No. That Niall wouldn't do that another time when he's feeling more like himself.
I can't now. I'm polishing my armor.
So the yawning portal is another option.
Sorry?
The yawning portal is another option.
We have got friends there.
Listen, what we are forgetting is that this Trollskull Manor is a safe haven of the black. What do you call it? The
Yeah, the
Niall
black
Wooden's
stuff.
thing. Yeah.
So,
So it's not the worst place to be, and if we are sieged, we still have that secret space in the basement that we can go all the way to Skullport from. So we even have an exit strategy.
My concern is not our safety. We harbour children here, and we are out
Think of
of
the children.
we are out of the house most of the time.
Right, I'm not saying leave the children.
No, that's what I'm saying. We need to get to safety. Look, kids, do you know Maya? She runs a gang of children down in the Dockwards.
Oh, yeah. What's the name of the girl again?
Maya.
Maya.
No,
the
the
girl that went out thing.
Oh,
Nah.
Nat.
Nat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nat used to run with her when she was younger.
Can you take Sophie and can you just for a couple of days just Genhorn has given Maya a fair chunk of coin. Can you just ask them to give you some shelter and mention Genhorn by name and myself and just we'll come to you when it's safe. But there's going to be some bad people coming here in the next couple of days, and you'll.
Yeah, that should take care of your expenses.
What do you give him?
It's just like
10 gold, 10 dragons.
it's spoiling them then, Gennard.
Looks at you.
I'm going on a long trip soon.
I'm sure I can negotiate. Yeah, we can negotiate with Maya for. I don't even know where they shelter in the winter days. Of course, they don't sleep in the street, but I've never ever seen.
Well, we went and met them. I can explain to him like roughly where they were down in the. Was it that?
Yeah, we know how to find them. I don't know. What I mean is, I don't know where the
Oh yeah.
Well,
shelter is,
You
because
s-
obviously they don't sleep in the street.
Well, it
what
should
if-
be enough to get you some bedding and stuff.
Yeah,
like that,
okay.
What if they just like stay in the basement during the evening?
Yeah, I mean you could close the door, I suppose.
it's not. I mean, if there's surveillance, if we know the Castellanders can scry, it's just better to be completely
Fine,
gone.
fine.
What about Elgin?
Who? Oh yeah, that guy. Well, he has too much information, doesn't he? But he's. If he goes with you, he's going to be just as loudmouth.
Elgin!
Oh, he's sleeping upstairs.
Always just lazy, that one.
So they're sleeping and making drugs.
I'm sure he can take care of himself.
Yes, but we don't want him turning this place into a drug den whilst our backs are turned. We'll come back here and there'll be junkies everywhere. Messing up my room, sleeping in my nice soft pajamas.
Oh yeah, by the way, about your pyjamas.
Are they ready? Did you
You went to see JB, didn't you? Has he sewn on my little moons and
I need
stars?
to pop down there and see if they've got that sorted. But I don't think you got to give you measurements yet. Have you been to give the measurements?
Just tell him I'm in prime physical condition to make them good enough for an athlete.
Right.
Well,
Let's get some stew on anyway. I'm hungry.
So okay, so if you're gonna start cooking,
Before he starts cooking, I'm going to inspect the pot because I'm on edge now. From those leaves that we found.
the pot.
I'm
Okay.
going to be looking at everything.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
10.
10. You start looking. There's no. It looks so. It looks fine. Normally, Genghorn washes it with snow when once he's done and the kids, and there's no like residue of any type that you can tell.
Snow's good for you.
Okay. So as the morning arrives, the kids start coming downstairs. You all meet. Squidly explains about the plan. Trix, the cat, agrees readily as he's starting to become uncomfortable about the danger you're putting Sophie in, and Elgin says, "Well, what about me, cousin? Well, what should I? I mean, should I stay here with you? Do you think it's dangerous for me? I mean, I have some stuff here that is very expensive. I cannot just move it to."
You can stay here. Just keep doing your thing.
No, you can go live back with mother and father for a few days and tell them we're just renovating the house. And
Well, we
then-
are renovating the house. The
Exactly.
workers will be here any
It's
moment
not a
now.
lie.
No one's gonna notice him in the basement.
no,
I just-
it's if they get
I wa-
if he gets in trouble and he's captured,
He's a
they're gonna
Yeah.
torture you. They're gonna cut your testicles and they're gonna ask you every question about us.
Well, no, but I need to keep working on the next batch.
Do you want to make money or do you want to keep your testicles?
Look, but if I don't have my next batch ready for when the senators need them,
Yeah.
they're gonna cut my balls as well.
we're gonna take care of the senators. Don't worry.
We,
What?
can we not let him continue in the day and then just not sleep here? It's not ideal, but
Oh wait, how good are you at sneaking? Right.
here for his balls.
I mean, I can.
He can't.
Show me how
Okay,
good
okay.
Show me how good you are at sneaking.
If it's about sleeping, I can go to my girlfriend's.
You don't have a girlfriend, Elgin.
Of course, I have a girlfriend.
You're wholly undesirable.
Does your girlfriend live alone, or does she live with her parents?
Yeah, no, she's good. She lives in the seaworld. She's noble.
She's a noble.
She's a noble.
Does she do
Which-
drugs?
Which
Well,
house?
I gave her some
Is
stuff.
that okay? How you sweeten the pill?
What are you talking about? She likes the stuff I make. Yeah.
What's her name?
You don't need to know.
Fake girl name.
It's Olga. Olga and Elgin. It's great.
Oh, she sounds. Is she a half orc?
No,
She's.
she's. If you need to know, she's a halfling.
That's disgusting. Elgin, you freak.
No, then I'll have you know that I am also
A halfling?
a mixed parentage.
Listen. You can't be here in the day because you should be working with father. So,
No, I cannot work with your father anymore.
what? You've not been working with him this whole time?
No.
Wow, this conversation.
What are you
is
talking
riveting,
about?
but We need to get.
See, I
going.
was under the illusion he was working for his dad still.
No.
Listen, it's fine, and I approve of your relationship. So you can go sleep with your
I mean, I don't need any of your approval. Olga likes me.
If she's happy with your providing her with drugs, then tell her you're making the drugs in her house, and then she'll be twice as happy.
No, I can't make drugs in the
She
noble's
is the
house.
noble
Tell them it's soap. I don't know.
No. Look,
Listen, it's fine. You do your drugs during the day. You stay at her
I'll
during the night.
just go sleep there.
If someone,
The parents like me. I'm ingratiating themselves, myself with them, and I can sleep there. And they can work during the day.
The whole point in this was that we didn't want him to be accessible for torture and extracting information. He's coming here every day.
They're just, all you have to do is put someone here in the day, surveillance, see him, grab him, job done. Like, him being here is the whole problem. Not him being, I mean, if he gets captured, it's the least of our...
When is your next drop?
About 4 days from now.
How much do you have for that drop? Do you already have it all the bags
No,
ready?
I don't. I need these 4 days to keep working on it.
Can't you just go, you make loads of coin, just go rent a room and inn for a
Subcontract, outsource.
No, this is great. This is a safe house. Sanctioned
It's
by
not-
the Greyhounds.
It's no longer.
No one can come
safe.
here. The city walls cannot come here. This is like the perfect drug making place.
I think you're misunderstanding the danger you're in this situation.
Well,
A
look,
safe house doesn't apply to criminals.
I don't think if he's just doing it during the day.
but there are workers here as well. Well, are they going to kidnap all the workers?
Yeah, he's got a point. There's
The workers don't know anything.
Yeah, but they're not going to come and storm the place in the day. People will know what's happening. If anything's going to happen, it's during the night. But as long as you're not here during the night, it'll be fine.
The fact that it's a safe house does mean that anyone could walk in, kill you, and leave. The city guard, city watch, they're not going to come in here because it's a safe house.
Well,
But they don't know if we leave quietly, they're not going to know that we're not here.
I hadn't thought about it that way. I thought like we had the protection of the Greyhounds.
well,
Okay, wait, what, Cousin, wait, sorry, Silas, why don't you like show me you said that there is the emergency exit through the spooky like tunnel. Why don't you show me that? If I work with the trapdoor closed, if I hear any problems upstairs, I'll just...
I suppose you could get in and out through that, so you're not coming in the main door, and you'd have to trek through the sewers for a bit.
I can do the sewers. I
Go
need the
through
training
the
for
method.
when I become a proper sanitarian, yeah.
We can put some barrels over the trapdoor, maybe.
Yeah, and at least it'll let us see if we can open it from the outside. Fine. But if you leave that open and people come kill you, or those bloody rotworms get into our house, then I'll feed you to them myself.
Those super slimy.
Oh, well, by the way, I learned about the rat people. The rat people, there's some rat people that have been hired by Emic, the guy with the pub. I learned about it. He was one of my contacts. They work for some like bootleg breweries down in the south world. They provide to the Santa's Guild. It's very profitable business, bootleg liquor, and yeah, these rat people move through the sewers. So I have a contact. I can make good friends with them. You want to do some liquor? There we go. I have an in now. We can sell that to the senators as well.
Up and up.
We can have like an
I'm starting to worry now
emporium.
that he's just going to tell people where the entrance to our secret basement is.
And yeah, don't.
Can we just cut his tongue out maybe? He can still work without a tongue, right?
You went like this at the beginning of the campaign. He says.
that's not a bad idea.
I'll only object.
Listen, we're gonna have to. He is a liability, but he is family in Albert, we're gonna have to accept that liability.
Don't lump me in with this degenerate. Family by blood, not by choice.
Well, we're stuck with him now.
As you just having this conversation and finishing the stew, there's a knock on the door. Doom, doom, doom. Oh,
Everybody stay cool.
Can we have a?
you open?
Could we say we had a short rest by the way through?
Yeah, you would have.
I'm gonna go put my hand on the door, turn around to everybody else, look for a nod of approval.
I mean, you're the butler.
I'll open the door.
You open the door, and there you see Jean-Baptiste Levercott, the haberdasher, and looks at you all.
Fucking hell.
Good.
Just put your coat over.
And then Woodin has the
Good
cloak.
good to find you all here. I come to bring you your green cape that you had ordered.
Oh yeah, thank you.
And he kind of like takes a backpack out and opens it, and he has like a really neatly folded cape. There you go. I believe this. I never really got the designs for what you want to do with the shift weave, so I decided to be a bit creative myself, and I already fashioned this into like 5 magical.
He doesn't have it anymore, does he?
No, we didn't steal that one.
No,
No, we stole everything else.
Which he's got on the wingsuit.
So here we go.
Underneath my armor.
He goes, fancy black tie dinner, noble house, and beautiful like black tie suit. Well, actually, yeah, a black tie suit. Dress actually. It was meant for Millie. And then it goes. If you need to maybe have a good night out with the rough and tumble people of the dog world. Tather sailor's clothes. If you, if you sometimes you want to be seen as a proper worker, a proper craftsman. So of course I cannot craft dresses of the actual guilds. But you never know when you need to be a blacksmith. And you need a blacksmith's apron, and
Never, I assume.
and of course, if you feel like you more collegiate kind of garment for other needs, I don't know, and you get this magister's teacher and teachers kind of like clothing for children, so like a children's teacher, and finally the best one of all. This is what was worn by a famous actor back in the 1300s in one of the best places the city of Waterdeep has ever seen. This is the garments of Romeo. And you see what appears to be something that is very non-Waterdavian. It's like from a different culture or part of the world. And it's kind of like almost like an Italian kind of like post-Renaissance looking garments with like pompous like shoulder pads and whatnot. Anyway, I hope you can enjoy this. And
Did you want to take Niall's measurements for his pajamas as well?
oh yes, I will of course, but I forgot there was another thing I was here for.
Just so when he came in, so you didn't want to break the flow. I mean, it was sort of backed away from him, quite like gone to behind the bar.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm sort of trying to keep a distance.
Just
to
so
him.
you're aware, Niall wouldn't have the cloak on, otherwise it would be burning and smouldering. The cloak, the
Yeah,
Kiwafi
yeah,
cloak,
yeah.
you would have to have it like packed
Yeah,
and hidden.
yeah, I assume that he takes it, he removes it during the day.
Yeah.
Well, and the last thing actually, I have some clients, some customers, and well, I heard that you were there the other day, and look, I really don't know who you are, but I can tell that one of my most interesting customers is someone that has arrived in the city just recently. The captain of the Sea Maidens Fair, Sardos Sword. They've been running some place in the Seven Masks Theatre, as you very well know, of course. And so I've been designing costumes for their plays, and we got to talking, and I like to talk about my customers. He was interested in the shift weave. He wanted to buy it off and say, well, no, it's already committed. It already belongs to the customer. And he was very interested in knowing who would own such a beautiful piece of garment. And when I mentioned who you were, and he said he had heard about you somehow, I don't know. And he was very interested, and he extended, he told me to tell you that you are invited to go visit him in his ship out in the harbour. You just need to go to the Sea Maidens Fair and present yourselves. He will expect someone to be wearing the Romeo outfit. And then you'll be led all the way there, so you can meet him. And I will say, do this. He would be very honored, and this kind of interesting friends from distant lands. it's a good dinner, good wine for sure, and you can never have too many exotic friends, right?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, well, thanks. Thanks for the heads up, Mr. Navicard.
Slight problem with the that outfit looks quite small, and Millicent is out of town currently, so I don't think anyone here is going to be able to squeeze into her.
Oh, the garments adapt to the weather. It's magical. It's shift wave.
Even me,
Yes.
I always wanted to wear a fancy dress.
I think you look great as a Romeo.
I could do a Romeo.
He had to say, naturligtvis. Oh, Romeo.
Romeo, where for art thou, Romeo?
Very well. As I say, make sure you go visit. He was very insistent that you should do this as soon as possible, and
Well, we don't have anything else to do today, so.
That's not.
What's another thing I was thinking about? Something about another piece of. Oh yes, I remember now. I have something for you actually. That was it was given to me by him as a token of goodwill, so you would want to visit him. I'll just leave this here, and he's a very exotic man, and he takes out a robe.
A robe.
A robe, and place it in on a table. And it's a robe that is kind of like all patched together from different with different pieces of cloth, and it is just weird. They almost look like one of those circus like patched together things, and the patches depict different things, and the things are like super silly. Like one patch is a window, another patch is a ladder. Another patch appears to be 4 little bottles with like some kind of red liquid. Another patch is a pit, a hole in the ground, and they all have these weird depictions. Anyway, this, as I say, exotic man, and he throws it on the table.
Wait, it's just like a long cloth of fabric.
Yeah, it's a robe.
Oh, a robe.
You
sorry.
could probably like take them off and stuff. They seem like they might rip off, possibly.
The patches. I mean, you wanna?
I'm not gonna rip them off.
No, I'm gonna examine it, and I'm gonna guess the detect magic as I examine it.
Okay, so you go, vroom, and the robe itself, like the base textile, is not magical, but all the patches are. Well, as I say.
Well, where do the guy that wants to see us, where do we go?
Oh yeah, it's a gift from him,
Well,
from
Yeah,
Salvador's sword.
he said to meet
this is
him at
from
the
Sword, okay.
Sea Maidens Fair, and then we should. I mean, they'll take us to his ship, I guess. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, just go, as I say, wear the Romeo outfit and this robe. I'm sure they'll recognize you as the proper people that he's expecting.
Alright.
It's a fine garment. What are the patches again?
Well, there
lots
are
of them.
several of them that, as I say, they look like mundane items. This is a bit strange.
So there's like one of wine.
There is, I can tell you all the patches, what they are. So you have,
Is there one of a stone?
there are 2 patches like on the shoulders that are the big daggers. There are 2 patches, one on each
Breast.
chest muscle that they depict like bullseye lanterns. There is 2 patches on the hips here with steel mirrors. There is one patch that goes the length of the back, that you have to put it like that. It's a 10-foot pole appears to depict, but it is instead at scale. There is a patch also on the hip here that looks like a hempen rope, so kind of like drawn.
The ultimate adventure.
There is in the back as well. There are 2 patches that are sacks, like bags, and then you have there's one patch that looks like a door, another one that is like a ladder, another one a pit in the ground, a hole, the ones that with the little flasks, and there is a patch that goes all around like the ass area. There is a rowboat.
A rowboat.
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 And then finally there is one of a window, and in one of the legs, what appears to be some weird contraption that you recognize as a portable run, like the police runs.
Wow. Well, this man is anything if not practical.
That is the strangest looking robe I think I've ever seen.
Crazy that he would give us, if this is what I'm thinking this is, some kind of magical robe with items built into it, that's a very generous gift.
Well, mate, I mean, I thought it was just some crazy thing covered in patches.
You said all the things are magical individually. That's
Yeah,
what
it does appear you're right.
What kind of magic?
Transmutation, I'm guessing.
It's transmutation.
How
Well,
strange.
I mean, it is a wondrous gift
Wonder what he
Why?
expects him.
because he's trying to buy our. Well, he's trying to ingratiate himself with us.
So, and you still think that this man is not quite the man that Zord you talked about?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. This man is the man that's, I'm pretty sure is the man that was in charge of the organization I used to belong to.
Wonderful.
Well, should we go and see him today then?
I guess so. I guess what we have to think about is
What if we're gonna?
whether we want
He's
him
gone
as an
now,
ally.
Well, he says his goodbyes and leaves.
If we were planning on trying to speak down so Alvin can't hear, if we're trying to hit the Colette Towers, it might be worth doing it at the same time we did the other job last night, so that it's a good time when people aren't kind of prepared usually.
In the evening.
Yeah, the early morning
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I
under the
guess
cover of
it's-
darkness. What you could do is go to seeing Trench first, I guess, and then finding out how we use the little emblem things.
So that'll be a place they won't be inspecting intruders.
Yeah. Because we've left it a few days since we got those off them, so
Yeah.
they've probably calmed down off any alerts by now. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about enlisting the aid of, or at least having a conversation with the captain of the.
I don't think enlisting
Okay,
the
sure.
aid of them is
I think
particularly
it'd be
worthwhile
stupid not
endeavour.
to go and have a word though.
Yeah, but it's the motives that seem
Oh yeah, but I mean everyone's got
unclear.
something going on. We need to get on that ship anyway. We already have a reason to go there.
I mean, you mentioned in that letter that it said that it was like a sow chaos approach or something.
Mm-hmm. We're certainly doing their bidding, even if they're not directing us to.
Yeah, and we need to get that glass eye thing for the dragon as well, which is on that boat.
Oh, that's nothing at this point, is it?
Yeah, it's not really that
Well, I
relevant.
mean, we helped the guy out, we promised we would, so.
Oh, he's a dragon. I don't give a toss about that. At
Well,
this point in time.
The kid, yeah. I mean, that's not. I mean, I would also agree with silence. That's not our priority. What I would say in favor, I mean, obviously I know I'm biased because I have worked for these people before. But what I will say is that although any help with come with strings attached, they're not connected to anyone else in the city. So in that sense, they are not going to be asking for the eyes or
No, we-
for a part of the money or for, well, at least that's what I believe. Maybe we get there and we'll find out differently.
Well, we don't know anything about their motives at this point.
Before we head out, then we should speak to Trench. What kind of time of day is it?
It might be a good time to, it might be a good time to visit them because they were interested in undermining the castle hunters and we just did that for them.
You mentioned about the Colette Towers and that people aren't going to be on high alert, but now that the Growlhuns have been hit and the Castellantas have been hit, if I was the Xanatas and the Zentrum, I mean, you'd you'd be knowing that you're next, right? Because
Mm.
no one thinks that we're a big player in this. That's what you've got to remember. We're a relative unknown, despite the fact that all organisations have some inclination.
It's my understanding you can't get into those towers
No,
without a key.
but you know, if you're the Zentarim, you know that someone took those medallions. You're going to assume that Xanatar have been plotting against you for a while. You know that you weren't responsible for the Grolhands. You know that you weren't responsible for the Castellantas. You're going to think it's one of your other big rivals.
True, but they will have, and I mean, just because of the fact that we took the guys and we stole the things and knocked them out and everything, they're going to be assuming that something could happen. They may not know who we are and what happened.
No,
They will have beefed up their security, but they're not going to be on alert for us now. They'll
I think they'll be on for more. All right, let's say
I
there's
mean-
4 people, yeah, and they all want to kill each other.
yeah,
And you are one of those people, and you find out that 2 of those people have died.
yeah.
You're going to start thinking, all right, well, it's definitely me next, then, aren't you?
We get that.
Yeah, but you can't be on alert all the time. So as time goes
Yeah,
by,
I mean,
I mean-
Silas is right. Anywhere we go to,
But what does it give us? This gives us nothing.
no,
well,
it
I'm
doesn't
saying is
change
we
anything.
shouldn't
It just
think that
means
they're going to be
I
lax.
wouldn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
But
not lax, but not going to be as on alert as they were going to be.
No, they absolutely are going to be on more alert. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
one
but
thing
they
we
would be
could
less expectant
exploit
of
actually.
someone being inside their building. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they will. I think that.
Well,
I think we need to be wary.
I mean, I would say that with the Xanatarians, we have an angle how to get in and how to affect them. With the Colo Towers at the moment, we only have those badges and not enough for all of them. And actually, the captain of the ship might actually have perhaps information about his brethren that's in contact with the Xanatar, the other elf.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that could be an angle.
Yeah.
So what are you suggesting?
Well, I'm suggesting that with the Colo Towers, we only have badges to get in and not enough for all of us, as far as I understand anyway.
No, we have enough, don't we?
Have you got enough?
Listen, we got those copies
Okay.
made by, what was his name? Talum something.
Yeah, some guy, I think he's deaf or something.
Talent to death.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we got enough badges for everyone.
Including, I think we had a spare, so we got enough for the
For the half orc.
half fork. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well we have the way in. Then we also have your contact from your guild that's going to help us with the sanitarians. So it's at least they would weaken them in some way. They would affect their capability to be prepared and organized against us, and potentially the person on the ship who might know about this other elf.
How do we know if we're being scryed on?
As far as I know, if you're being scryed on, then you can protect yourself from it with lead. But we only have a small.
I'm just gonna pull the button.
Beyond that, would I know more? Because I was thinking I can detect for objects, but would I know kind of how to protect?
Can you cast the scry spell?
I can cast the locate object spell, which is like a similar kind of thing.
Surprise fourth level, isn't it?
Let's see.
Fifth level, then.
Scrying, druid. Yeah, you can cast it. So, make a spellcasting ability check, please. So a wisdom.
Ooh, 13.
13.
Weird reaction for a mediocre roll.
So, you're not entirely. This is still beyond your power. You are not entirely sure how it works, but you do know that it creates a sensor, an invisible sensor in the area that is being scribed on. You will know that it is if you were able to see invisible objects or creatures, you will be able to see the sensor. That's all you know.
Let me just check if it's possible for me to get the see invisibility spells, and then.
Do you tell us this or not?
I don't think it is.
Ganon or Tom?
Yeah. I mean, I explained the sensor part. I'm just seeing if I can.
Huh. Liv,
Uh,
I'm just gonna look at the painting,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna say,
no, it's good.
I don't know if you can hear me.
A glass floats in front of you.
Oh, well, okay, you can hear me. Can you see anything that out of the ordinary here? Like anything that we cannot see?
Wait, but he's just invisible to us, but Sophie can see him, right? So maybe
Oh,
she's
yeah,
invisible
Sophie.
to us.
Where's Sophie? Is she
She's
still here?
probably in bed, is she? Are the kids gone?
Sophie!
No, well, depends on. Did you already send them away?
We
Otherwise-
told them to go and get. I guess they're going upstairs to pack and I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just shut
Okay,
up.
so yeah.
I think it's the cat
Trix
that can
comes
see.
out with Sophie. Comes down.
Can Trix, you know how Sophie can see the ghost? We're thinking that the people that are up against us might be using some sort of scry to spy on us. She can't tell if there's anything like that around, can she? With whatever it is that she can do. I mean, forgive the assumption. It's just you've been somewhat, cat's got your tongue about the limitations of her powers.
She can. For some time, not permanently.
There's nothing around, is there?
She closes her eye and vroom, Matos makes a hand gesture and vroom, you see her eyes go a bit like white and she's looking around.
Well, that's something.
It'd be good actually if Leif could just keep a permanent eye on it, if he was able to see things, but
No. Liv can't. Are you worried about scrying?
yeah, we're worried about being spied upon, yes.
We can only do it, Sophie. For 1 hour at a time.
Maybe this book has something about that in there. That grimoire book from the Castellaners.
You take it out.
Yeah.
Trix jumps on top of the book and sits there and looks at you.
Where did you get this?
I acquired it from the desk of a powerful wizard.
Careful.
Do you know what it is?
It smells of home.
Where are you from again?
Jumps
It means
onto the
it's
table.
linked to the infernal planes.
Open up and take a look.
Okay, so
Just take that to tell the deaf, he'll know what to do.
it is totally blank pages. You start like going through them, and it's just blank pages after blank page. You notice there are some stains in the book, but that's it, just stains.
Can I borrow a drop of your blood a second,
No,
please?
Let's
no.
go on out with you again, Horn.
Well, just last time we had.
You're throwing fireballs out windows, you're like asking for people's
You said,
blood.
look, you said we're winging it. You never said stop winging it. So
There was a point where I said stop with the fireball.
I didn't throw it in the army. I threw it as a distraction, and they stayed back. So
It's fine.
I did hear a couple of
It was
screams.
a bit-
yeah, we come up here, Mike. Got
In any case, I'm not putting my blood on some Castellanta demon, but and I hope
I don't
that
think
it.
my blood works. I try a little bit of
Blood.
yeah.
Okay, you cut yourself, put blood. and it soaks immediately into the book. And as it does, text starts showing up,
Oh, there you go. I didn't even need your book.
and it's now full of text.
Can I read it?
It's in Infernal, so we don't speak Infernal.
Do you read this?
I'm gonna read it, but not out loud.
Make an intelligence check.
To read?
Doesn't save him throw.
It's true. 11.
So this, the most you can get from like skimming a bit is it describes some kind of ritual, some kind of ritual that would you don't get the feeling that it's a summoning, but it has something to do with communication or you don't know enough about it. But it's definitely a ritual. It's not a magic text as far as you can tell. You can probably translate it to someone.
Okay. Well, I'll leave it for now. I'll just say, looks like some kind of ritual. But this, coupled with whatever's in here, I'll tap the box, might be worth now with you running that down to the black stuff and just alerting them of the Castellanta's true nature, given that demon's probably tore through quite a lot of the city guard at this point. That devil, sorry.
Think I should go now?
Do you think it's worth?
I think you should take some time just
Maybe-
till you feel more like yourself, and then
Yes,
you go.
I feel like my senses are not my own.
Well, before we set out for, are we going to go and see Trench or?
Yeah, you go have a word with him if he's in. I'm just gonna.
Well, I'm going to go pop and pick up my shield. Should be ready today, so.
The one that you said might be too heavy for you to handle.
Possibly, but I can still carry it.
Right, well, you go have a word with him. I'm gonna study this lock, see if I can work out how to make best use of my picks on it.
All right. Well, maybe get Cafe to give you a hand. I mean, neither of you could pick that lock yesterday, but that's your business.
No. It's right, you're the one that set up the deal with the trench, weren't you? So you
Yeah, I'll go with you.
have a word.
Cameron.
Right, let's go and get the shield then. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the best shield ever.
So you're gonna go get your shield.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah, I'll just wait for him and then we'll
okay,
go.
you're gonna
I'm just gonna study
Study.
the lock just
Yeah.
for a little bit, see if I can eventually learn how to pick it.
make a lock picking. An investigation will be.
Investigation 22.
22. So, as I said, it's very intricate, and you get the feeling that you could pick it, and the mechanism is quite intricate. So you're not entirely sure. Whether it's strapped or not. At least there are no cables or anything like obvious. But you can't tell from just it is so well sealed and with a tiny lock that you can activate the mechanism of the lock so it turns so you can open the lock, but if there is something inside or whatever, it's impossible to know.
Can I try and unlock it?
Yeah,
Does my 22 get me anything?
yeah. No, it's just roll straight.
13.
13. You go with it, and it's not giving way right now.
It's gonna knock it. How thick's the wood? No, it's gold, isn't it?
It
Mainly
is.
gold.
It is solid gold.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Where are you going?
To see what's his face. I've got his name now.
Yeah.
Bit
The
Oh, no.
carpenter.
Yeah, the guys whose
Tally.
brothers of.
Yeah, Tally
Melbourne.
Fellbranch. I think it is.
Good morning.
Oh, there you are. Yes. How you doing?
Yeah, good. You? Yeah, everything all right? Everything. There's a bit of riots yesterday. Hope you're.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had to close the shop, but I'm a craftsman, so the rioters, they will leave me alone.
Everything all right? All sorted.
Huh?
Job done.
Yeah. I got it ready for you. A shield. I mean, this is one of the biggest things I ever built.
Yeah.
But yeah, here you go.
Bro, thank you. Here's the money.
Yep. There we go. You can certainly hide behind it. You can plant it on the ground and
Yeah, that's what I was after. Let's
Yep.
strap it on.
yeah. You strap it on. So mechanically, the way this works is it is a plus 2 shield as when you're moving with it, but if you plant it on the ground and duck behind it, it's like 3/4 cover. Essentially, you can create your own cover.
Is it like an action to do that?
And I think it's a bonus action.
Okay.
I'll check, but it's not an entire action. No. It's like you can do as a bonus action.
Try and go in first for that.
But when you're doing that, you have disadvantage to attacks with melee weapons. Well, actually, you will have disadvantage to attack with any melee weapon while you're holding the shield, because it requires a special training proficiency to not have that.
Does that work the same with spell attacks?
No, a spell attack is not a melee weapon. Is this because it's just awkward to hit with
spell attack, melee spell attack though, like the claws and stuff that I do with.
Maybe not, because it's not. You're not trying to get a weapon around the shield. It's just your hand, so that's going to be easier.
Would it depend what the spell says, right? Because something like Green Flame Blade, where it's
Yeah.
like
Oh, that's an actual.
Yeah, but that's
Primal Savage is like.
I'm just saying, if unarmed weapons, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it is plus 2 shield, disadvantage attack with melee weapon attacks, and you can put it on the ground for 3/4 cover.
Sweet.
Okay.
You don't look conspicuous at all.
Well, it's quite big, isn't it?
It is
Yeah.
massive.
You are quite big.
Yeah.
That's-
Well,
You're already big.
You did a
and
very
this is
good
a
job
tower
of
shield.
the woodwork on the outside. It's very-
Yeah, I'm pretty proud. I used a lot of wood.
Yeah, it's quite.
It looks like this to this table.
Does it give you disadvantage to
Because
stealth
he's like
checks?
7 feet. Huh?
Would it give you disadvantage to stealth checks, being that big?
And stealth checks. Disadvantage on stealth checks.
Fine. They can see me, but they can't hit me. So.
Well, they cannot see you actually. There's
Oh, yeah,
a massive
yeah.
shield.
They can see it.
Basically, if you're being attacked by a band of archers,
I mean, if I'm perfectly honest, I'm not sure how you get in at the door. That thing at the door.
It's fine. I can tilt this out.
okay. Anything else? Anyone's
Well,
doing?
see Mr. Trench now, I guess. I don't know if
Okay.
Arian's
Well, let's take a
joining
break
us.
here then, because it's 6:30, and I want to see.
We couldn't kill those motherfuckers!
See you soon.
Ready to fight
George.
those wizards.
You got the best.